The fools of today know nothing of the mysteries of the past. They walk down streets built upon the bones of fallen empires that gave them their technology, their magic, the very blood that courses through their veins. Great empires once ruled all around. The first occurred when man was just a scavenger. They were the Salas, snake men as the ignorant call them today. Their magic was strong but dark and connected to the foul outer gods. This connection would be their downfall as the outer gods charge a steep price for their knowledge. In the end, their dealings brought a cataclysm down upon Ura that nearly destroyed all life. What remained clawed slowly out of the devastation and began to rebuild. As they did, they found the remnants of the Salas. They discovered their cities, science and magic, even some of their experiments. They took the magic as their own, swearing not to abuse it as the reptilians had, as if they could resist the allure of its power. They might have sworn off worship to the outer gods, but they were playing with the same fire. They called this the Age of Wonder, and the imbeciles still look back upon it with their stories of fables and romance. True, there was more magic, science, and prosperity then, probably more than at any other time before or since. They were as ignorant as the fools today. Their meddling led to the weakening of the weave between the worlds, and through this weakened weave, the Celestians were able to emerge. The Gilded Ones, with their beauty and perfection, soon took control of everything, and then began fighting amongst themselves and using man as their pawns. Eventually, those who fought against them closed the hole between the worlds, cutting them off from the power that made them godlike. Overnight, they went from being gods to merely powerful mortals. Mortals that could be killed. The last of the most recent follies from man was the unenlightened glory of Rozar. The greatest of man's empires, it stretched farther and more significant than any man's nations throughout history. The fools of Rozar believed themselves superior to all, and they pushed against all other races. They thought if they could force them into the worst corners of the world, or even exterminate them, they would have harmony and a perfect world. Little did the Daleks realize that man is his own worst enemy, and the Empire crumbled before even 1,000 years had passed. Now Ura is a fractured land divided up between rival nations, dark magic, and the worshipping of foul gods is once more on the rise as the lessons of the past have all been forgotten. Now these fools will bring down the same calamities as their ancestors. And my fellows and I will watch and laugh. Oh, how we'll laugh.
We're going live. You told us in advance that we're going live?
I figured I would tell you that we were going live this time. I mean,
that's unheard of.
If I do it all the time, then you're gonna expect me to just drop it on you. See, every once in a while, I gotta say, "Hey, we're gonna go live, guys," and then gotta keep you off.
Are we muted?
No.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Dude, we should totally have puppets.
I was gonna say we should do a puppet. We should do a puppets only stream at some point.
Dude, no doubt. You just go down and have the puppet up. Oh my God, that would so.
You can sit in a far more comfortable chair than what we're all sitting in right now.
You can lay down.
You on a couch, put your camera a little higher.
Oh my God.
You could lay down. Get a little camera rig that points down at you.
There's a D&D stream out there with real people and a couple of puppets, like real people and.
Oh yeah, isn't that like Mr. Cucumber or something, right? Isn't
I can't remember what it's called.
Somebody did it. All right, well, never mind. Hey everybody, welcome to Tales of a Savage Land, episode 16. Yay! I am Will DM, your game master for this illustrious evening. And if Adam's on, hey, what's up, Lee Kim? Lee Kim is here in the house.
Hey.
In the chat. So here we are. Like I say, episode 16. Let's go ahead and introduce everybody, and then we'll see how everybody's doing. So let's see. I'm just gonna be random. And Brian, go ahead.
What up? My name is
well, Jonathan, in the game I played Brian. And if you haven't heard God's Country by Blake Shelton, give that song a listen because it is amazing.
I would never have pegged you for someone who listens.
Really?
God's Country.
Are you serious? I totally had him pegged for that.
Because no, and like when I heard that song, I'm like, wow, this is like a bard slash paladin type stuff, and it's amazing. I don't listen to a lot of country, but there are some songs they're amazing. You know, they're just really good.
They play to your heart. They play to your soul.
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
yeah, man.
Mhm.
I'm
I
totally
am
down with
So
it.
I'm from Georgia too, so when he said the devil went down to Georgia, but he didn't stick around because this is God's country, I'm like, oh God, yeah. So that's hello, and also, anyways, yeah.
Thank you so much, Brian. All right, well, with that, we're going to hop over to Grace.
Well, I'm Grace. I play Ari, and I can tell you that neither Grace or Ari will ever listen to that song.
Right?
Miss
What's
Matt.
your music recommendation for this
Yeah,
evening,
since this is
Grace?
where we got to go. Okay, so
What we're
what's-
doing now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I don't really listen to music. If you have to talk
What?
about, I just don't really.
Not even in the car?
I like listening and just being in nature and being to my own thoughts. I don't really listen to a lot of things.
You know, I always thought that Grace was kind of weird.
Well, do you okay? To listen to peace, would you prefer the sound of a crackling fire or like rainy? What's it called, rainy day or rainy cloud?
There you go. Yeah.
I think a fire for sure, but
Crackling fire.
you could potentially have a fire on her.
Okay, so then we'll go with that. What's your favorite sound?
My favorite sound.
Yeah.
Probably a crackling fire.
Yeah.
Really?
'Cause, like, on YouTube, they have those.
Right.
Or-
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
You just put on the channel, it's got the crackling fire right
Yeah.
there.
3-hour HD, fire mix or whatever.
That
They have
is,
those.
Perfect.
that is awesome. All right.
There's nothing better than sitting in the middle of the woods with nothing but nature around you.
And
Cool.
you make fun of somebody who likes country music. All right, cool. All right, so no, we're
Sitting
gonna
in.
jump over to Dylan there.
Hey, I'm Dylan. I'm playing Phoenix, and I don't know what's my music recommendation. I've been listening to the new Chance the Rapper album. It's fine. You can check that out. Listen to some Harry Nilsson. Inspiration for a lot of the Beatles music. They really looked up to him. Great songwriter, singer-songwriter, fantastic. And you probably know a bunch of his songs already.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. See, all right. And so, of course, last but not least, we got the Uncle Tony in the house.
I am Uncle Tony, everybody, playing Joplin Mayfair. And music recommendation, I'm actually going to throw something out from Arizona. They're a local band there, Roger Klein and the Peacemakers.
Okay, so
Putting it out.
nobody's heard of this then,
No.
unless
The-
they're down there.
The best live bar band in the country. They've won contests like that.
Really?
Plus, you ever watch King of the Hill?
No.
The theme song to King of the Hill?
Yes.
That that's them.
Oh, really?
Oh.
That's
What
wow.
are they called? And the Roger Klein and the
and the
Peacemakers?
Peacemakers. Now, back when they did that, they were called the Refreshments. But some studio thing owns the title Refreshments, whatever, and they
Go
can't
figure.
use those things anymore. But now they're a completely independent rock band, and they tour the country, and they sell out everywhere.
I'll have
They
to,
come to Colorado, and they will. You go check-
everybody comes. You know what? If you don't come to Colorado to play, then you're not really cool. Is really what I mean?
Yeah,
Seriously, because when it comes to Colorado, we have one of the best
Red
natural. We got Red Rocks, man,
Red Rocks.
and
Yeah.
and everybody has to play Red Rocks like once, and if they
Mm-hmm.
don't, they suck. It's just the way it is.
You're
You
not
know?
worth
Yeah, you could skip something like Canada, but you can't.
And they often do.
Yes. Okay, so I guess to round it out, I listen to all kinds of stuff. I literally have a ton of different genres that I listen to, and I go in and out of different ones. Currently, I've been on a Riot Girl kick, listening to a lot of L7 just dropped a new album, and I've been listening to a lot of L7. There's Betsy Blowtorch. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of them. They're awesome. It's good
You
shit.
got me there.
Okay, yeah, it's good stuff. It's an LA band. It's an LA chick band, and they kick ass. And I've been listening recently because I don't know, whoever's moderating their Facebook page has gotten really busy doing it again, like moderating or active. That's the word I'm looking for. Gotten really active, and I've a lot of Public Enemy recently. So. But I listen to classical. I listen to all kinds of stuff. I really love. There's a guy. Hold on a second. There's a guy, Prime Thanatos. If you ever want to hear 80s,
Wait a minute.
Prime Thanatos, 80s synth.
That is a hell of a name.
Go on to YouTube, look up Prime Thanatos, and he does all kinds of music. And I love his 80s synth music. It's just I listen to that when I write. Is the Prime Thanatos. Sounds like a vampire.
Yeah, seriously.
That's a great name, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I am absolutely checking that. I'm subscribing to his YouTube channel right now. I have to say one more thing because you mentioned Red Rocks. And if you haven't listened to it, go check out Amos Lee's live at Red Rocks with the Colorado Symphony Orchestra. Another really great album.
There you go. And, and all of you in chat, go ahead. And I see that Lee Kim says he's a big Chieftains fan. Excellent. That's cool. I've listened to the Chieftains. I've owned Chieftains stuff. I'm just currently not in a Chieftains groove. It like goes in months. It'll be like 6 months, and then I'll start to shift slowly into something else. And I'll be like, all right, it's time for death metal. All right, cool. And then I'll go there, and I'm like, all right. I'm feeling Enya. And I'll go into, dude. I listen to all kinds of stuff. And I like old country. I just don't like new country. There's a lot of new genres of music that I don't care for, and it's not because I'm an old curmudgeon. It's because I like stuff. I shouldn't say that I don't like new artists. I don't like new popular artists.
Oh, careful, man! Don't shit on K-pop. We'll never get any viewers.
K-pop. I love K-pop.
Okay, good.
There's Korean girls in it.
And Korean boys.
No, actually,
like Korean girls.
I was gonna say no. Those are the boys.
Well,
They're very, very handsome men.
It's getting weird.
Nothing wrong with weird.
Visually, visually, when it comes to K-pop, I'm satisfied. That's all we'll go with. All right, cool.
Say it for you guys. I don't like K-pop. Why are there so many people? Why are there like 18 different people on stage?
I am.
You need one for every note.
Is that what it is?
One for every note. Yeah, you got a full chromatic scale.
That's it.
All right. So I guess unless anybody's got any kind of raging great story they want to tell us, wish we can get started. Didn't somebody say they had something they want to tell us? Damn it, Tony! When we go on the break, everybody remember, we need to find out. Was it New Orleans? Was that the story you were going to tell us? But it had to be off the air, or was it Vegas?
Oh, there was a story.
No New Orleans story.
Oh, come on, man! You said you would tell us just off the air.
I don't recall saying I would tell you. I said I couldn't say it on the air. I don't.
Back me up on this one, guy. He did say.
We do have those. He did upload them to YouTube, so.
I got it. Just send me an anonymous email.
Okay. Actually, if he pops up, the guy from Arizona, Matt from Arizona, that pops up in our chat, he has the other half of that story. Because it was him and I traveling across.
One of those stories.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're driving from New York out to Arizona. How can we not stop in New Orleans? It's right on the way.
You have to.
It's not on the way. But
No, it's on the Gulf of Mexico.
That's like when every time we would, because I used to go out to San Diego Comic-Con back in the 90s.
Oh, man.
And every time we would drive from Colorado to go out there, of course, we stopped in Vegas. And the last time that I went to San Diego Comic-Con, we stop in Vegas on the way there for like an hour. Get back in the car, finish going away. We already had our tickets and everything. We get there. we just park. We go and get our badges, and we walk around the convention. And this is Friday that we got there. Okay, so we walk around the convention. We spend maybe 3 hours there, and then we just look at each other and we're like, "Yeah, you want to go back to Vegas? Yeah, let's go back to Vegas." So that was it. That was the last time that I went. I think that was maybe in 2000, 2001, somewhere around there. And so then we went back and we spent the weekend in Vegas. There you go. Had a blast. All right.
You say so. I don't know how that's possible in Vegas.
Oh, it is. Tony, I'll send you an email.
I know my Vegas, man.
Yeah, good
We
time.
used to drive up from Phoenix all the time.
Grace, you just don't do the right things when you're in Vegas, I say. But it's changed. I could be wrong. It might not be any fun anymore. But,
I mean, yeah, fair enough. I might not do the right things.
We oh, never mind.
all right. We should probably play a game.
Yeah, we're allowed.
This is the reason people show up to watch us, anyways. Yeah.
I've
So.
been kicked out of strip clubs in Vegas.
I've been kicked out of strip clubs here.
Yeah, it's easier in other places. It's hard in Vegas, but there was one didn't even want to let us in because we were so drunk, and that was like a record.
I spent one night in the drunk tank in Nashville with a guy who got kicked out of a strip club, but I would not myself.
You are
kick
such a
out.
Wait.
dangerous man.
Was his name Andy by any chance?
I didn't catch his name, but I
Oh,
don't.
okay.
I do know that he tried to steal a bottle of gin from the bar.
Dude, you
was
you
the
totally should have said,
Most
yeah,
memorable part of that
his
story.
name is Andy.
Yeah, that would have made that story so much more
It
legendary.
would have, right? No, my claim to fame is that I've almost gotten in fights with. I told you guys that with Broncos before on two
Oh, yeah, you did.
on two
Yep.
separate occasions.
With actual horses. He's actually
Yeah. 'Cause they look at you with those eyes, man.
Those red
You can tell
eyes.
they're thinking something. They're
They
thinking
are.
something. You don't know what it is, but they're thinking
And
something.
I'm cool until they start that chewing, and then it's on. Then it's on. All right, let's go ahead and get. Oh, what is that? Yes, hearing the banter as well. Thank you. All right, so I guess we'll get started. So, shortest of recaps, they work for a group, an organization called the Arcanus, in the largest city on this fantasy world called Lysenna. The Arcanus, their whole deal is for collecting and stockpiling. It's like the Indiana Jones warehouse, really. Of magical items. They keep it away from the lesser people because they don't know what the hell they're doing with it. But there's been something going on, and there's a possible threat of an invasion, an interdimensional invasion that could be happening, and some kind of way these guys are connected to it, but nobody knows how or why or anything. But right now, all that real important stuff kind of taking a back seat because they've rubbed the rhubarb the wrong way of a pirate organization called the Azure Brotherhood. And they've been racking their brains trying to figure out how they could make amends and get out from under that so they don't have to keep looking over their shoulders for these pirates. And basically, long story short, there was a plan that's been devised in the gladiatorial arenas in Lysenna where a hyped-up champion will eventually take a dive and will allow the Azure Brotherhood to make a bunch of money through illegal gambling and things along these lines. So that's basically where we're at. And Phoenix, who is the character who has assumed the persona of Chimera, the mighty Chimera, that's his stage name, had his first bout. There's going to be, was it 3 bouts? It's 3 bouts.
3
And
bouts.
3 bouts, and then you get to fight the main guy. The main guy that they've brought in from out of town, the heavy hitter sort of thing. And so, basically, you had your first bout last week. Didn't go so well, did it, Phoenix?
You won.
I
Well, the
won,
guy took a dive,
which was the plan.
right?
He wasted all of his good
All according to
Everything
plan.
went exactly according to plan. Exactly.
That is true. That is true. Okay, so where did we leave off last week? Were you at Rabaka's?
We had returned to Rabaka's, I believe.
You had returned to Rabaka's, and you were all talking. But if I was... Ari's not there. Ari is back at the Arcanist, correct?
No, I came back. I went to the Arcanist, but then I came back.
So then you came back and were sharing the more information that you gained through your research.
Right, yeah, talking about how I wanted to summon, oh God, what's her name? Teslac.
Yeah, you want to summon a goddess of death. I love you guys. The way you think about getting out of things is just spectacular. Hey, we got problems with these pirates, man. These pirates want to kill us. I got it. We'll hire them.
That was ingenious. I don't care what you keep saying.
It's the nuclear solution.
Oh, yeah, it was great. And now it's like, hey, this guy that he's supposed to fight, he worships this goddess of death. Let's summon her.
I was down to pretend that part of it, but whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to pick up. We're going to say that you guys, if I remember correctly, you guys were like outside in the garden, or in one of her antechambers, or one of these like dens or whatever, just hanging out. And if I remember correctly, Rabaka had talked with you a little bit, and then went upon his way. Correct? And it's just you guys by yourselves there. Okay.
That sounds right.
Okay. So, what are you guys doing? I think you were devising. If I remember correctly, too, you even had mentioned maybe going back to talk with Ogre in the Arcanist to see what kind of more help you could get from your so-called employers.
There was also talk of, I think, Joplin wanted to figure out whether he could imbue me with some heat.
Oh yeah,
I wanted to play over his gauntlets.
Yeah.
Okay, we could definitely do something like that. Yeah. Okay, so you tell me what's going on. What are you guys doing?
Taking these fucking gauntlets off.
Throwing it
Like
right around.
I'm not eating a piece of pizza.
That's all right. I thought it was grilled cheese, but that's all right.
A lot of good those did me. I'm used to just fighting with bare hands.
How would that have worked?
I don't know. It's always worked before.
Would it have done any better, though?
I don't know. He probably not. He was wearing full body armor.
Yes. Well, the good news is the last fight, he won't be wearing armor.
Yeah, he'll just be a rubber man.
Yeah. That's all.
At least we can always maintain our sense of humor.
Don't worry about it. This is all going exactly according to plan.
Oh, you know what I didn't tell you, though? I talked to him. I had a conversation with
who?
The rubber band man.
Was this when this happened?
Just before the fight, he came down to kind of suss me out, I think. Get a feel for me. He didn't seem intimidated.
That's a shock.
I know, right?
Thanks. He told me he wasn't going to kill me, so doesn't seem like the lying type.
Yeah, I'm just not convinced that if he doesn't feel it from his goddess, that suddenly that mind will change.
I got a question though. Are you just not telling them the rest of the story to make sure they don't worry about you? Is that what's going on with that?
Yep.
Okay, good man.
I'm sorry, was there more?
Nope.
Yeah, luckily I don't remember the other part.
I actually don't remember the rest
No,
of it.
Excellent. So it all works out then.
It does.
So all he said to me was he was not going to kill me.
Well, good. At least, it puts that to rest, and we know that he is in on the agreement.
Yeah, I think we might still need to, lean on him a little bit to make sure he doesn't go too far. I mean, always promises not to kill me. He didn't promise not to tear my arms off or anything.
He does.
I'm going to say it again. You shouldn't lose at all.
I know that's how.
Take a dive.
If he doesn't lose, let's say he decides, Phoenix, if you decide to beat him and you spoil it for the Azure Brotherhood, what then, Joplin?
They'll be broke and angry. They'll have spent their money thinking they had a sure thing coming. We'll
And
go
that-
burn their ships. We'll pillage their headquarters.
How will we leave the Colosseum? Just walk out.
I'll just go straight into the dirt and out of
Oh,
here.
okay. Well, unfortunately, not all of us are as magically imbued as
Yeah,
you.
Joplin's carrying. I mean, not Joplin. Sorry, Brian's carrying a lot of extra bits and bobs on him. He's kind of clanky right now. Not really.
Hey,
No.
it's good stuff. It's good. It's quality.
It's great, but it's not really designed for running. It's more for
stuff.
head on.
Look, we end this when they know not to mess with us anymore.
I think the way we do that is by finishing all of this and then going and saving the world and calling it a day.
Am I pointing the right way? No. Okay, I got to point like that. I think
Rabaka's just in the corner of the room waving.
Yeah.
back.
Rabaka slides in with some pom poms. Yes. So I will interject that Phoenix does bring up a good point, says the voice from on high. The number one goal is to save the world, right? It's turning into that's what's going on here. Or at least maybe not save the world, but make sure that a Celestine doesn't become world emperor and enslave everybody, maybe. Just saying.
I've got 2 more fights. Let's get them out of the way. And get on.
Something
I mean-
about reaching for a star and tripping on a straw. So, yes, let's focus on the next task at hand. Phoenix, who is next? Do you remember?
Lizard Man, right?
Uh-huh. What's his name?
Guy gives me the fucking willies. I haven't seen the guy I'm actually fighting, but
It's Tess.
old Sean over there, I ran into in the alleyway. Didn't like him very much.
Tess.
They didn't seem like much, to be honest.
Well, yeah, he was a tiny little thing, but I mean, you can't imagine it's going to be the same thing in the arena. They're going to have their Killer Croc in the arena, I'm sure.
Look,
And that's not anachronism. I'm actually
look. Well,
a
let's
killer crocodile.
Mhm.
Phoenix, I thought you did great, and I know what I saw. However, these people think that maybe there could be improvement. Is there anything that you need from us, or is there anything that we can do for you to make next round go smoother, even though it went smooth enough?
Well, I mean, I need to look a little bit more polished in this next round. So anything we can do to make the next one go fast, so that people bet on me. I mean, that's the whole point, right? We need them to believe that I can win this thing. So I mean, I don't know. Do we need to lean on this guy? Do we need to intimidate him somehow and make him think that if he doesn't end it quick and take a dive right at the beginning of this next match, that he's gonna, have his head pop off like the other guy fought did?
I'm pretty sure the guy's name is Teslin.
The guy I'm about to fight.
Yeah, he was a T something with, but that sounds an awful lot like Teslac. I know he had a double S in his name.
I think maybe if you guys maybe lean on him, make him feel like he has no choice but to, scare him with magic. I can't do any of that shit, but I mean, Brian, you have a long spear, and he's clearly not scared to fight me, but maybe a guy in armor with a spear and a guy with fire and a lady who can tie him to the ground with smoke. I mean, that seems like maybe he doesn't want to fuck with that. Maybe we make him an offer he can't refuse.
I'd rather just improve our hand than others, but I think at this point we should play to our strengths. And if you want to go that route, Joplin, aren't you better at convincing people?
Sure. Let's say.
Well, I'm convinced. So
I don't care to show some random person that I can do magic. That's not something that needs to be known.
well, first of all, do we even know where this? I think his name was Teslin.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Teslin.
I don't remember if it was Tesla or not, but do we even know where he is? How about I speak to him first, and then if he's disagreeable, then perhaps you, Ari, can use different forms of speaking.
Yeah, maybe just tell him we'll.
I mean, he's already in on it. Am I wrong?
Yeah, supposedly. Supposedly all the other gladiators are in on it. I mean,
I think we just need to.
Even in the last battle, it kind of started off where the guy was kind of smacking you around a little bit, and then he took his foot off the accelerator and just let the wind go.
I think maybe Phoenix, you just need something a little more spectacular.
Yes, I like that route better. Let's just improve.
I want to try to prey on your gauntlets and see if Pearden will even if it's purely cosmetic, just to make an explosion of fire happen whenever you connect.
Maybe it'll be more compelling for him to take the dive quicker too if he starts seeing sparks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that route. I mean, I'm pretty confident I could have beat that first guy. I think I just got the wobblies.
Mhm.
Don't usually fight guys full plate.
I am going to use my relationship with Pearden. I'm going to put myself on the line here and stand up for you as doing his work. And besides, fire, he loves it when things catch on fire.
What do I need to do? Do I need to make any sort of offering?
You could get up with me. Well, you're always up at dawn anyway, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's a strange sensation.
Yeah.
We'll maybe join me for morning prayers, and we'll see how your gauntlets have come along.
That's
Sure.
a solid idea.
When's the next fight? Tomorrow, right?
No.
No?
This is the same day. And generally the fights happen twice a week. So you've got
We got some time.
yeah, so you got
Okay,
you got a couple of days.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I'm going to be getting up every morning with you, praying over those gauntlets for a while.
Don't forget, you guys have a pretty badass employer.
Oh, no.
They have not been forthcoming with any kind of magical equipment.
To
Well,
you.
they
They've
Well.
hooked up Phoenix and they've hooked up Brian. You went in, asked for smoke bombs. Granted, you asked the wrong people at first, but then you eventually got them.
You think they
Fair.
point me around, whatever.
They're like a government organization. They don't talk to each other.
It's all bureaucracy.
It's all bureaucracy. So
Now,
okay.
one thing I would like to do when I get a chance is to send an invitation to my old mentor, Shamar, to get him, tell him I got seats for him for the next fight. Just let him know he can come
Speaking
out.
of,
I know my guard is probably unpaid for at this point. They probably ran out.
well, you
Yeah.
paid for them for a week, and so
Yeah.
it's been past a week.
Yeah.
And you spent an awful lot of time at here at Rabaka's. You weren't at the Citadel, and that's
No.
where they were be delivering the information. And well, they don't know that the Mighty Chimera and Phoenix are the same person.
Probably should have told them that.
Yeah, that would have been smart. All right. Well, I guess we all have. Does anyone else have business at the Arcanus that we need to attend to?
I mean, I could spend years in that library.
I mean, you do need to try and figure out where the rest of those portals are, right?
It's
Yeah.
almost as if by talking about the Arcanus. Wait. You're sitting around and you're and come flying down and onto this table that which you guys, because I'm envisioning you all sitting around a table. This Zastadil bird flies down and gets on the table and it's just walking around and it sees Phoenix and it looks at you for turns its head like it's trying to figure it out and go and then yes, and then it walks to the edge of the table. And then it jumps over and it jumps onto your leg. And there is a small leather messenger case tied around the foot of the orange and blue Zastadil bird.
Let me guess, it's from Ogret.
I don't know.
Phoenix, is that the one you've been talking to?
They carry
Call it over.
things too.
Yeah, it comes up to you.
I told you they're handy birds. I'm gonna take the leather pouch off of its leg and
It
see
lets
what's
you.
in there. See what's inside.
You open it up, and there is it's a small piece of. I think it's pretty safe to say that probably most people here have seen Game of Thrones. Okay,
Jonathan.
A safe bet.
remember the scrolls that they used to give? They would write out those letters on there. It's about it's one of those long, thin.
Yeah.
It's a piece of paper like that with writing on it.
I look at it for a second, then hand it to Joplin. I think it's for you.
What does it say?
It says,
I don't know.
"Oh, hello."
Oh god.
He takes the time to write that out.
Many O's.
I hope everything is going well. Saw the first fight, smashing. Thought it could have went better. Need to talk.
Need to talk.
Yes, and then it's got an O with a smiley face next to it.
That
Oh,
OD.
even better. He draws an O and then he draws a smiley face inside
It's
the
in
O.
it.
In the O. Yes, there you go.
Yes. Ogrid has news.
What is it?
Does he say what it is?
No, just that he needs to see us. And congratulations on your fight.
Oh, cool.
Oh, so he was watching.
Yes. He had his own criticisms.
Criticisms.
Nothing. He just thought it could have gone faster, better.
Faster, better.
You should totally hand it to him now. Here, see for
It's right
yourself.
there. It's all right there.
Ah, I see.
Mm.
Says so many things.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Let's shall we
I
go?
think the big voice in the sky is telling us we need to go see Okrit.
Hey man, there was a bird came down with a scroll. That's all I'm
What?
saying.
It's at least 3 times you've mentioned Okrit today.
I have a feeling we're about to find out that there's some serious shit going on. And I can't imagine you'd say. he
Is
needs to
there
stop.
just some random NPC we can go talk to?
No.
There is. All you gotta do is go walk outside. Don't
I
you
think
have
the-
money to collect even?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But now that I know they're good for it, I'm just going to keep my slips.
Okay, you got your slip. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Well, let's go. I think we're using too much time.
Yeah. What's wrong?
Tell me about it.
Okay, so you guys make your way back through the city. Now, how is the mighty Chimera going through the city? Even though it's-
Openly, I guess.
okay.
Just
No, that's totally
Okay.
cool because even though now this is after the fight, so it's nighttime, but it's not super late nighttime. So the street lamps are lit. There's still people out and about, and especially when you leave Rabaka's because Rabaka's mansion is in the entertainment district. So when you guys go out and start walking, all kinds of people start coming up to the mighty Chimera. And like, oh hi, oh, and people come up, they're wanting to touch you, and like, oh, I saw your fight, man, it was totally great. You went, and then you went, and then you bam, yeah. And so, has anybody seen the movie A Bridge Too Far?
yeah.
No.
No, okay. Well, in the movie A Bridge Too Far, there was this: the good guys are trying to get from point A to point B, and they're liberating all these towns along the way, and it slows them down because of all the people who are coming up to them in the streets and saying, "Oh, thank you, thank you." That was a really obscure reference. I apologize.
Honestly, it's a great movie.
Yeah, if you've seen it, you know what the hell I'm talking about. Otherwise, it's like, all right.
Bridge too far.
A Bridge Too
It's
Far.
got
Write it down.
everyone in it.
Yeah, it's got a great.
It really
cast.
does, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great cast.
It's
Also,
one of those
has
movies where every scene you're like, he's in it.
John Ratzenberger's in it. Did you
Yeah,
know
Oh,
you mentioned that.
John
today.
Ratzenberger.
that? Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That
John,
guy.
John
Jeez.
Ratzenberger. Okay, I have to do this. I have to just, it would be the quickest of little snippets. John Ratzenberger in the late 70s and early 80s had
Was
the
your-
best agent ever. He was in Gandhi.
He's in Gandhi.
He's
Yes.
in A Bridge Too Far. He's in The Empire Strikes Back. He's in Superman. He's in a shit ton of movies, and he's got speaking roles, so that's money. All right.
Yeah, he's got like the under fives in all of those movies.
That doesn't matter. You speak. That's a different pay bracket as far as SAG is concerned. Okay, cool. So, yeah, so it takes you guys a good, and it depends. I don't know. Are you going to be like an ass, or are you going to talk to everybody along the way?
No, I'm gonna be an ass.
Oh, okay. I mean, you can.
Like
If
the
you're an
way
ass, it will
the way
split
that like most celebrities are kind of an ass is like just like thanks.
Do you,
Okay, gotta go.
do you need the asshole hype man?
Yeah, maybe a little bit of like.
I'm gonna use
I
this
could be
to
down
half
walking the streets in front of you saying,
I'm gonna block everybody.
hit your eyes and hit your knees. You're not worthy to look on the mighty chimera. Part you heathens.
I need some rolls. What I want is now performance is that's not a universal skill, is it?
No, that's
No.
one that you take.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so what I'm going to need?
You can make a roll in it, but
What I'm going to need then? Okay, so we're going to have to say what stat correlines with this. So something like what do we have for charisma basically here? Let me.
A spirit is usually the thing.
So let's go. What I want is spirit rolls.
if I have performance, can I make a performance roll instead?
You can totally, if you have performance, use that instead.
Okay,
So-
I've got a performance.
Oh God, that was no 5. That's not.
You got a 5. That's not bad. What we're looking here is this is you're actually building the hype of the chimera. Okay, you've got some successes. So, and is Brian gonna?
Well, I do have the skill reliable where I can what's it called? During my supporting roles, I can re-roll if that's helpful.
Yeah.
But so in other words, I have to do a supportive action.
Which
And
you are.
right now,
But you're playing as
the bodyguard
the
essentially.
bodyguard. So who's going to get the second role? Who are you going to give it to?
Of course, it's Joplin because I'm trying to make this scene of this guy's untouchable, or especially
All
to you.
right. So give me another roll there, then. Joplin, give us another roll.
Me another roll.
Yeah, because you're getting assistance.
I thought that was his roll, but yeah, I'll do
No,
it.
he gives you the assistance, which allows you to roll again.
Oh, well, at
correct?
least I got a wild die.
Okay, so basically what happens is you guys are successful in actually helping to drum up some more hype behind the Mighty Chimera.
Yeah, I mean,
Nothing
okay.
spectacular though, unless
I'd like to be like the fangirl that's on his arm, like
okay, yeah.
I don't have performance though, so I'm just gonna
That just gives a spirit roll then.
just
5
5.
5s, that's good. Okay, so you guys do a good enough job. You actually are building up some of the hype behind the Mighty Chimera, and being out in the public doing that does help. So the hour and a half walk it takes to get to, well, actually it's closer. So we're gonna say it's just like an hour walk. Normally it takes almost 2 hours to get to because it's this is a big city. It's like walking around New York. You know what I mean? So
That's my literal nightmare. An hour walk taking 2 hours.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
Yeah. So there you go. So you guys get to the Arcanus. Of course, you're let right in. And there at the door, when you're getting let in, one of the guards goes, by the way, we have orders to let you know that Ogret would like to speak with you guys.
Yeah.
The
Birds let us know that too.
Oh, they did. Okay, excellent. Well, you can't always trust the birds. They see like a juicy mouth.
See, Phoenix, that's what I've been saying.
I'm
Well,
just
it's
saying.
not like the bird accidentally wrote us a letter.
He's got a point. But anyway, so
You guardsmen, we'll be on our way.
okay. Do you need us to summon a servant to show you the way, or you guys are pretty good now, right? Like, and
Yeah.
he's saying this because you guys recognize these dudes, but you just don't know their name. Because
I was gonna say, do I know his name?
Why would I ever know his name?
Ari was
Would
told
I?
their names, and she legitimately forgot on purpose.
I didn't give a
Yes, Brian probably would know.
All right.
Okay, so Brian, what's their names?
Tulio and Rodriguez.
Julio. Isn't that the guys from?
I don't know, dude.
I'm just gonna lean in.
We're just gonna. It's Tulio and Rod.
Rod, yes.
They're the.
Miguel and Tulio, those are the guys from the movie. But anyways, Tulio and Rod, sure.
They're from. There's the front gate evening guards.
Oh, Melenre's here.
Hey, Melenre!
Yeah,
Hello.
trouble.
Oh, shit. Man, they're gonna put stuff-
I'm gonna lean into Brian and be like, "Hey, Brian, do you know these guys' names? I see them all the time, but I just never asked."
Tulio and Rod.
Oh,
Anyways.
right.
Hey,
How can I
Rod.
forget that?
We're gonna be on our way, but send a boy to us. Meet us along the way. We're kind of in a hurry.
Oh, you want the servant?
Yes, meet us on the way to Ogret.
Oh, we got one right here. And he like goes, hey! And then like out of this like doorway that's right there comes the servant. He goes, hi.
Come with us.
Okay.
Let's go.
You guys go into the Arcanus, start going through the like I said, you guys know enough now of the Arcanus that you can get to where you live and you can get to where Ogret's apartment is. You know that much. And Brian knows how to get to the belly where the dwarves are. He knows that too. So.
Essentially, I wanted the servant here because I understand that Joplin would probably want to have him fetch a plate of something. Joplin, do you think?
Ooh.
What do you think this time?
Very, yes. What should we bring him this time?
This is usually your call.
Haven't brought him any meats or anything.
We brought him sushi.
What about a little?
That's not meat, but
I usually specialize in different types of meat, white meat.
The servant pipes up and says, "Sweetmeats."
Well, sweet meats and a type of croissant. I believe they're called hogs in a quilt, perhaps.
I can try. I'll get the best of that I can.
And if not, you can always just shove a hot dog into just a regular croissant.
What's a hot dog?
I don't know.
All right. He goes, all right. He says, I'll meet you at his door. And because most of the servants here, it's like it's one of the these are all like they're either pre-teens or in their early teens is pretty much what all the servants are here. Okay, and he just tears ass off. He goes running ahead of you guys. So, you guys going straight to Ogret's then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless anyone needs to peel off to do something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as you guys get up to the antechamber for a big circular room in all the where the apartment's off of from Ogret's, that servant is there already with a plate.
Of course.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he beat you there, and so he's just standing there with the plate, and he like offers it up to whoever wants to take it.
I'll take it
Or
from him.
he's like, "Or do you want me to carry it? I'll carry it."
Well, we have personal business, and then I'm going to trade the plate for a copper.
Oh, you don't have to do that. And he puts it into his pocket anyway. and then he turns around and he goes, "Is that it then? Are we good?"
And as he's pretending to say, "Oh, you don't need to do that," I go through the motions. "Oh no, please take it." But I'm already turning away with the plate myself. I know.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and then
It's worse customer service.
yeah,
I do.
and then he takes off. He goes back about his way. So, and then you guys are outside of Ogret's. You know, you're outside the door. It's everything gets.
All right, let's get this over with.
what's the chances he's doing this bathing again?
As I'm halfway, I'm like, do you guys want to place any bets?
I'll play the copper.
I have nothing, but yeah, you guys place the bets.
Did you hear that, Joplin? He has nothing. He's already gotten his 3 gold stipend. Gone. I'm just throwing that out there.
Hey, I have 2 copper left.
There
3.
you go. There you go.
You
Right,
won the
right?
bet.
I won that. Yeah, that's right. I gotta adjust my. Actually, my
That might be 5 copper.
because of my my hindrances. That 3 becomes 1.5.
That's true. Because remember, you were breaking when you went to the Temple of the Moon. You broke that one up when you're putting it in the yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm always throwing money away in the middle of sessions. I'm trying to justify why the next session I start with half as much as I did last time.
Okay. So, you guys just walk in, or
Yeah.
Well, if
I'm-
it's open, we'll knock first.
okay, you guys knock, and a couple heartbeats go by, and then the door opens up, and it's one of his 2 servants, and she goes, "Oh, you're here. Come on in."
Hey.
And as you guys come in, all you hear is, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, did that one, right? Oh." And you look, and in where, like before, in the center of his room, where the tub had been set up before, now there's a ping pong table. And the other servant girl's at one end, and then on the other end, there's, and it's like a platform has been put. It's a long platform that runs the length of the table so that he can run back and forth. It's like a step, but it's like a really long one. A bunch of
Ogre's gonna run?
So he can like supposedly run back and forth, and you know he beep 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 beep, and so he's sitting there. And oh, hold on one moment. This is match point. All right, my dear, are you ready? And he says, yes, and he goes, okay, boom, and he hits it, and it like and hits the net and rolls off. Do over. And he does that like 3 times. Doesn't get it over the net even, and then finally he gets it over the net, and it goes tink. And it bounces, and you guys are watching, and the other serving girl that's there, she goes, oh no. And he completely misses it, and it goes off the table, and he goes, oh, I won. Oh, yes, you're here. Oh, thank you. And he like shifts his big ass turban around, which is kind of
Never took you for a sportsman.
Oh yes, when I was younger, I used to ride horses professionally.
You could reach.
Well, not large horses, but horses. Yes.
Like a toy pony.
When I was younger, I was much slimmer and sleek. You know, the type of man that...
Taller?
No. They shorten the stirrups, my boy. Yeah.
Wouldn't it just all fall off if they were that short?
No, there's a rope that goes underneath that keeps you on. I'll have to show you. We'll go riding sometime.
I've never, but usually horses just pull
We'll
for
get
me.
the Goldkin, that I can't remember his name, who runs the stables, and we'll all go
Gotcha.
riding.
I'm sure it's in my book. I'll tell you later.
Yeah. So he comes... What's his name?
Bogra, I think.
Bogra? That sounds about right. Something like that.
Yeah.
So
Sounds right.
he comes walking, he comes down, he goes, oh, so I saw your match, and then he begins climbing up his mountain of pillows to his throne part, and he gets sit down. You did spectacularly well.
Thanks.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Yes. It was almost if you were destined to win.
Yeah.
I joke, but seriously. We here at the Arcanist we're feeling that perhaps maybe you need some more of our assistance. I mean, we have been giving you free reign and just been wanting to sit back and watch, more or less, but it's come to our attention that you might have to be leaving the fair city of Lysander sometime in the near future. And if that's the case, well, we would really like to have one of our own men with you to, just help and be observant and, those sort of things. You've met him before, though. Sundar Ajwala, yes, on the boat.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you mean come with us when we leave the city?
Oh, just in general, just to be your man in the Arcanist, so to speak. Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
And not to watch us and make sure we don't.
No, we completely trust you. Like we said, things will come to you. We just need to be prepared for when things come to you. And if you're going to be leaving the city, well, we need to make sure that we have, someone there to help you out when you need the assistance. You understand? Oh, I have something for all of you. But first, please, sit down. Oh, what do you have? He starts, it's like the first time you notice it, he starts like bouncing down the pillows. And he comes over to you there.
We thought you might have worked up an appetite by now.
Oh, yes. Oh, take it.
Go ahead, stuff the pig into the Christmas.
Oh, no. And he offers you guys some if you want any. And it's like for a split second. So like when he's passing and asking, if you don't, then it's gone. And then he goes and he's getting ready to climb up his mountain of pillows with the tray, and he looks at the tray, looks at the mountain of pillows, looks at the tray. Bessie, and one of the servant girls comes and takes the tray, and then he climbs up and gets situated, and the Bessie comes up and she sits down next to him holding the tray. Oh, your presents. Oh, yes. Matilda, I figured it's about time these girls got names, right?
Okay.
So Bessie and Matilda.
So there's some A+ names.
Yes. And Matilda has a box, a wooden No, not wooden. It appears to be like ivory box, and it's got all kinds of intricate carvings on it and what have you. And she comes walking up, and who's she gonna go to first? She's gonna go to Joplin. And she opens up the box.
Yes.
And inside the box, they're like little dice bags. Just little dice bags. And Ogre says, yeah. Just go ahead and take one. Yes. And then she goes around to each of you and with the box, and so that you all get one. There was only 4 in the box. And then she closes it. And she goes and sets it on the table somewhere. And goes, go ahead, open it.
I wouldn't have waited for his permission.
Oh, I see. Okay, so as you open them, what's inside is it's on a rawhide thong string, okay? And it's like a nugget. And the nugget sort of appears. Has anybody ever seen fool's gold or pyrite before?
I have.
Okay. So when you look at it, and you could definitely, if you know the difference between that and gold, you know what it is, right? So especially it's in a raw form where gold actually gets, but they look like chunks of pyrite, and they have like screwed into them and have like these bronze loops which the cord is put through. Now what you have there are artifacts. I know they don't look it, but they're extremely old. Now, we don't really know how they work, but we do know that when the Celestines were being crushed and driven from our lands, in particular by the followers of the Eternal Champion, they all wore these. At least the most important people did. It's supposed to be some kind of ward or protection against Celestine magic. So, if you wear these, in game terms, what it is is that it's an automatic Benny if you're ever targeted by the magic of a Celestine. Now, he doesn't say that, of course, but I'm letting you know.
So, sorry, question. Like, if you use it once, is it gone, or do you get another one every time?
Anytime you are targeted by the magic of a Celestine, you automatically get a reroll.
Okay.
If you choose to reroll.
Right.
Like if you bust out a sweet ass roll, you're not gonna go, well, let's reroll that. You know, you get
How many uses? Just one, right?
One per instance.
Right.
For combat?
So let's say, for example, we'll just talk in terms that everybody can understand. Let's say there's a big Celestine standing there, and he just starts chucking lightning bolts at you guys. Each time he chucked a lightning bolt at you, it would be good for each lightning bolt that came at you.
Right. So I'm imagining like when I was in the flashback or whatever, and Zafrish was doing his due on me.
Correct.
Yeah.
To put it into.
Oh, so we could use it to make them re-roll.
You could also do that too. Yes.
Okay.
Or
you could use it to roll.
For D&D terms, because a lot of people are more familiar with that, it's like having inspiration on a stick against a particular type of magic that would come at you.
I got it. I got you.
Yeah. So anytime Celestine magic is directed at you, it can be used. So now Ogre doesn't really know that. All he knows is, and he like what he said is, it's they're charms that that the old way back in the day, those who dethroned. And did you catch the one name that I threw out there, Brian?
Nope.
He said those who were following the Eternal Champion. And his champions wore these to help them.
I have a feeling I know that what you dreamt about. some sort of eternal chicken.
Ooh, lucky you.
I know. I
I say in a metagame sense.
I know that Joplin knows.
I don't have any idea. I don't like that.
That's all right.
It's part of the mystery.
I don't like it.
Exactly.
Not knowing.
Now that I've given you all of this, I have another surprise. Ooh, I love surprises. And I think you'll like this one. And I want to say before I show it to you, it's an alternative. By no means are we condoning or saying you have to do these things, but it's up to you. Completely up to you. Matilda! And she goes, and over on this table, because he's got like tables all over his place, and there's like, he's like a really neat hoarder. Okay, he's got stuff. And so she brings another box, and she goes and she brings it to, because like, I take it all you guys sat down in the, because
Yes.
generally where it is, you got his mountain of pillows, there's a bunch of chairs around a center table sort of thing. It's for like meetings and what have you. She brings this box.
Later, I turn the chair around and sit like this.
There you go.
I know that guy.
Puts this, and this is a wooden box, and it sort of looks like. Has anybody seen really big hat boxes?
Yes.
Okay, that's what it looks like. She puts it down on the table, and then she grabs the top of it, and she pulls it off, and inside is a bronze brazier sort of thing, and it's smoking. And as she pulls off the lid, a big cloud of green smoke billows out, and it starts rising up into the air and whatnot. And Ogrit's, just give it a moment. You'll see. And as the cloud starts to subside and the smoke turns into one steady column that is coming up and out of this brazier, a light starts to form inside of it, and it gets a little bit brighter and a little bit brighter, and it starts to take on forms, and the form starts to take on the shape of a face, and then features start to come to the face. Hello there. Ogret, are they here? Oh, yes, they're here, Igley. They're here. Oh, good. You guys remember who this is?
Yeah.
Who?
The woman from the Brotherhood, right? Like the leader.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Ilgi.
I'm waiting.
The
It
blind
happened.
Ilgi, the blind lady.
Yeah, she came to the island.
Well, yeah,
No,
I don't.
I know. I'm waiting for the explanation
Okay.
because apparently this isn't a genie. I thought it was a genie.
I was really hoping for a gin, yeah, but
Oh, just because he looks like what's his bucket's dad, it's got to be a genie. I see it.
It was smoke from a brazier, so I was like, it's not a lamp, but it's a brazier.
And it's so good to say something so that I can hear your names and your voices.
This is Brian.
Oh, hello, Brian. Oh, you're such a sweet boy. Yes, thank you again for helping me up those stairs. I appreciated it terribly. Oh, Ari, are you here, madam? Are you pouting again? You really shouldn't pout. You're such a pretty face. You should smile more. Yes.
that's funny because she's blind.
Yeah, well,
Which is Phoenix, actually. Oh, hi.
Phoenix, I've seen your new look. That's even funnier.
I continue to laugh.
The mighty Chimera and Joplin the priest.
I'm here.
Yes. How is Pearden?
Just fine. I hope.
Oh, good. That's good. I think you probably are wondering why I'm communicating to you through a green smoke.
Yes, this is all confusing.
Excellent. Well, I'm an old woman, as you know, and it's hard to travel anymore. And this is quite unconventional, but you understand. I wanted to give you a proposition. You see, I've got a problem, one that I think could benefit all of us. You're familiar with Prince Doru, I would assume.
Yeah.
Yes,
Prince
we are.
Yes.
I think he's. I have some vague recollection.
Well, yes. I would consider your debt to us completely paid in full, and I can make sure that it is discerned as such, and you could quit this foolishness of the gladiatorial ring if you want. I just need you to kill Doru for
Holy
me.
fucking what?
Oh,
Just-
I'm sorry. It sounds like you. Wait.
Yes.
Sylvie, you want us to
Yeah.
kill Prince Doru of the Azure Brotherhood?
Yes, there it is. You're a bright boy. Yes, he seems
I
to
think I'm
have
right
become
enough.
quite a problem child. And,
I
frankly-
understand that you're blind, but we aren't your hands.
Oh, so that's a no then.
Oh,
That's,
hold on, that's not a no.
that's not a no. It's a what are you asking of us?
Well,
You give me a home address, he'll be dead by morning.
I think we
Oh,
need to talk about this, Miss Ildia, if you wouldn't.
You guys
mind.
don't need to come.
excellent. Tell you what, just let Ogret know your decision, and then he can get in contact with me. If you decide, I can make sure that you know where he's at.
Let you know soon.
I'm tired now. I'm going to go to sleep. But thank you for your time. And the smoke at that time, it evaporates and goes away, and the brazier's no longer smoking. And Matilda, who was standing there the whole time holding the... Now, Matilda and Bessie always look bored as fuck.
Oh,
They,
yeah.
you know, they look like teenage girls that like got really, oh my god, and just bored. And she puts the lid back on, picks the whole thing up, and she goes and she takes it over and puts it on the table. And Ogret's sitting there.
Ooh, thanks. That was
The whole point of this gladiator contest was for us to get on the good side of the Brotherhood, and she wants us to kill one of the main guys. How does that make sense?
I have a feeling. I have a feeling that that wasn't her idea. I have a feeling that, based on the fact that we've been dealing mainly with Prince Dora, that maybe he kind of took matters into his own hands.
I think Phoenix might be correct in this. Prince Doru is quite, what's the term? Loose catapult, I think it is. Yes, he tends to, he tends to think that he's in charge of the Brotherhood instead
Why
of being.
wouldn't she have a member of the Brotherhood handle this?
Well, because Prince Doru is quite well respected, I think. I don't know, really. I mean, she just brought me the brazier came in a package, of course, and then, well, we had a brief conversation, but, you know.
If she's the head of the Brotherhood, there are people who respect her more than Prince Doru.
Oh, yes, I'm
Fine.
sure, probably.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Let's go kill this little bastard.
I do have a feeling this is all about just avoiding infighting. I think she probably thinks
I agree.
keeps her hands clean. It doesn't turn into an
I love this idea. I think we get to kill him. I get to bathe in his blood because I really don't.
Whoa! Your Joplin just took a turn.
And then we could go win that fight, and we could bankrupt the Brotherhood. We could make a shit ton of money for ourselves.
I have a feeling that we're gonna see a lot of these fighters disappear if we kill Prince Doru. I think he's bankrolling this whole thing. I have a feeling it's
What are we
gonna
gonna do? Okay, first of all, when's your next fight, Phoenix? Is it tomorrow?
a couple of days.
Day after tomorrow.
The
day
day
after
after tomorrow. So even though I believe the decision is quite clear, we have a couple of days to make this decision.
He should stay out of sight for those days. Or if he's out in public, he should be signing autographs and, kissing babies and stuff.
Well, the thing is, we're not actually thinking of doing this, are we? We're not assassins. I'm not. Sorry, Ari's nuts. You're nuts.
I
do appreciate someone trying to use me.
I'll go by myself. I really don't care.
I'll go with you, Joplin. This guy.
Oh, you gotta stay inside your blue Celestine.
So
yes,
what?
Chimera.
Well, I mean, I think if we kill this guy, I really don't think. I mean, the Celestine disappears. The fight's never happened. Who cares? I'm Phoenix. No one's gonna know. We just have to boot it out of town as soon as we kill Prince Doran.
Don't trouble yourself.
Boot it out of town. That's easy.
It would be my pleasure.
People. Some of us are more established here. Can't just
Exactly.
leave.
You shouldn't do it because you have a family and you've got that beautiful bakery and you've got, like you say, root.
And you shouldn't do it either. We're not murderers.
For this, I will make an exception for this.
I will be there to support you, despite my hatred of that woman asking this of us.
It's a gift. It's a pure
That
gift.
doesn't mean you have to like it.
I did kind of do the blood thing, so I mean, I kind of promised him I'd kill him.
The mighty Chimera can't be a murderer and then escape town.
Sure he can.
What?
3 of us.
Brian.
I'll stay in the back and I'll just throw rocks at him or something.
I just want to point out one thing. Wait a minute.
I don't think this is going to be.
What I would like to point out is, if it's a fair fight, it's not an assassination, my dear boy. I'm just saying.
No, Ogrith, that is a brilliant idea. Why didn't I think of that? A duel, one-on-one to settle the score. If only somebody had thought of that so long ago.
Well, if I remember correctly, during that episode, Ilge wasn't giving you an opportunity. That was just you talking with Doru. I might have to go back and watch that episode.
One of us, decided to make this the whole gladiatorial arena. I can't remember what it was. But point is, something to over it. Phoenix, or maybe one of us, or even you, Joplin. You seem to have the fire in you. A duel to the death. And
I don't need the fight to be fair. That's sort of a you thing, Brian. But
are you an assassin?
I'm okay with sneaking up and just putting a knife in his belly.
Be the easier way. It would draw less attention. Ilgi could deal with the fallout on that.
Yeah, me and him promised to kill each other, so I mean, I'm not too worried about the moral equivocation you're all doing. I mean, you kind of promised we were all going to kill each other, so. And I didn't use the
there
word
we go.
equivocation.
There we have it. Phoenix, if you want to issue the challenge to have that omen or that deal, that blood splattering thing come to fruition, I support you on that.
Well, he did say it to all of you too. I mean, I just was the only one who returned the blood in kind.
Well,
Doru
I
did
think
say that
so.
he swore a blood oath to kill all of you.
Yeah.
He did say
Well,
that.
I do. Jonathan remembers that now, but still, Brian maintains. I think we should do that first. And if that doesn't turn out well, and I'm going to kind of give Joplin the fisheye, I guess we will look into other options. But I think this way, an honest, fair duel to whatever outcome in our favor.
Well, here's an idea. What if we invite him and an entourage of his choosing to face us, the 4 of us, in a fair fight?
I agree.
Why would we?
What a brilliant idea!
Who cares about fair?
Such a
Right. Who cares about fair?
I mean, Brian does.
I have said my piece. We are a team. I think we should discuss this openly.
Once we're in the ring, we can put our thumb on the scale a little bit. I mean, you guys can fling magic, but I mean,
I don't want hundreds of people seeing me fling magic.
I don't have to. We can do it in the back alley somewhere.
Can't
I
fight.
might want 100 people watch me fling some magic. That'd be-
Can't fight the entire Brotherhood. It's just the 4 of us versus who knows how many of them here on land and them in the sea. It
There's
needs
just
to
one of them. I'm just gonna go kill one of them. You guys wait here.
And then what? The whole Azure Brotherhood will come against us? No, we can't do that.
She said that wasn't going to happen.
If we kill him publicly, that will definitely happen.
Yeah, we might start a schism.
If
That's
it's
actually a good point.
a public duel that was agreed upon, yes. And Joplin, I thought you were been teaching me not to trust people. If we just, she'll keep her word and not have any retaliation to us.
But this is all was like working with my plan. Like, I want to win the fight. I want to destroy the Brotherhood. I want to kill Prince Doru.
Okay.
This is kind of, yeah, I mean,
Look,
it definitely.
I feel you're very passionate about this, and I feel everyone here is very invested. So this is the only thing I have, and I'm going to reach into my pocket for some type of coin. I'm going to just put it on my thumb. I will relent to this. Is that fine? Do we all agree?
Well, what are the sides? What are the options?
This is my idea. So one of you choose the sides.
Tails, we face him in honorable combat. And then heads, we stick a knife in his belly. And we'll leave that to Joplin, and I'll be in the wings to help him if he gets a knife in his belly back. You know what I mean?
What does that say?
I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Ari, Joplin, how does that sound to you?
What? Sure.
Leave it to chance.
Why not?
All right.
And on the meta level, roll a d2. 1 is tails, 2 is heads.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one more time, Phoenix, officially now.
Tails, right? Tails was we face him in honorable combat.
Tails is one.
Face.
Mm-hmm.
And heads 2. We let Joplin shank him, and we stand in the back, and if it doesn't work out, we step in and help him finish the job.
I'm going to look at all three of you, give you all a chance.
Yeah, I'm not stopping
I'm
you.
going to flip it, and GM, since you're the ruler of the fates, I'd prefer if you would.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it? R// or /R?
/R.
/R.
Base.
1D2. All right, here we go.
Thank goodness.
My God.
That's what I was hoping.
Cool.
Oh, I love it.
So Ryan's going to breathe this, like, he's going to exhale. Maybe too loudly. But
Look at Tony. Oh, it's like he just stuffed a couple lemons in there.
I'm going to lean into Joplin and say, what, don't you have one of those that has heads on both sides?
Yeah, why didn't you roll your coin?
Fine. We'll do it your way.
thank you.
We'll be nice about it.
Now, you must have contingencies, though. Thinking ahead a couple of steps, I believe that's key in a lot of strategy games. So
Maybe
I'll
we
leave that
play
to you.
over these gloves a little bit, like you planned, Joplin, and so I can throw a couple of fiery punches in his face.
I want to throw a couple of fired punches right now.
Hey, just light him on fire. Pretty sure that'll kill him pretty quick. You don't have to play fair. You just light him on fire, and we're done.
how should we do this? With the issue I believe this is a blood duel. What do you call this?
I mean, out of the public eye, I'd say, yeah, we're settling the blood feud. He promised it, and we've decided we don't want to play with all this public shenanigans. We want to get in there and actually get our hands dirty. We want to face him face to face. He can bring 3 of his best men to face us head on.
There is something comforting in knowing that all this business may be taken care of in a couple of days, as opposed to a drawn-out 4-week, 4-month gladiatorial procession. So there's that positive silver lining.
I do feel bad that you're all putting your lives on the line now too, but
Is this going to be a duel between you and Doru, or do you think it'll devolve into something on a wider scale?
I think we're gonna probably all 4 of us are gonna have to get our hands dirty on this one.
I do like our chances when we're together.
So far, we haven't died.
course.
So that's there's at least something to be said about that. Okay, well,
And so everybody's clear who's listening and what have you, as well as, and Melinray brought up a good point, because we weren't in the combat windows. People didn't actually get to see
oh
the
right,
roll.
yeah.
The roll was a 1, so that meant that it came up for the honorable duel as Brian wished it to be.
Mhm.
Of course.
Sorry,
of course.
that's kind of evil sounding of me. Yes. Oh,
All right.
well, oh yes. Sunder is outside. He'll be waiting for you. So you consider him part of your camaraderie, your band of well, you know, one of you, like Rylan,
No.
but
I'm
Hey.
sorry.
but a nicer
You
person.
stepped in it. Don't say you don't want to bring that name up around her.
Is Thunder?
No, Sunder
Oh,
Oh,
Thundar.
Thunder down under.
with an S, my dear boy. Sunder.
Of course.
Sunder.
Like the
I
like the barbarian.
You
Sunder.
no. Oh,
loved his emerald on his. He wears a turban just like you with emerald, isn't it?
Well, his turban's smaller than mine,
Of course.
but you know, each to their own. Yes, but yes. Mhm. And if there was anything else that you need, now, before you go running off to make your plans, I just have one question, Ari. All that research you've been doing and all those places you've been looking at and so forth. Are you planning on going to the Vezin Desert? Is that true? Is that what's happening here?
And we told him that?
No, you guys haven't told them any of that stuff. You guys have been actually keeping them quite in the dark about your map and the knowing of the different locations of the portals and all that different
Well,
stuff.
he knew that Azael took the map.
Yes, he knew
did
that
know
because
that-
you told him that.
Yeah.
Before
Right after
that, they didn't know there was a map.
Right. Right. But he knows now that we had a map and
Yes.
it got taken by Azael.
Twice. First, it got taken by you, and then it got taken by
You
Azet.
left it behind, Pud. That's the only thing I have to say.
Very true. Very true. So do you answer it?
Sorry, I hope to get out of this godforsaken town. I hope that eventually we'll be able to leave this brotherhood bullshit behind and move on.
Oh, what a beautiful way not to answer. I see. So that's a maybe, I take it.
That's a yes, I just don't know when.
Oh, so you will be. Okay. Right. Feel free to include Sunder in all your planning, and then he'll make sure that we know what's happening too, in case we need to help. You know,
Mhm.
you are part of the Arcanus now, right? So, anyway, that's all. Oh, and thank you for my meats.
Of course.
Yeah, no problem. All right, we'll be going then.
Okay.
Don't care to listen to him eat.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna stay behind for just a second to talk to Ogre one-on-one, and I'll be like, "Hey guys, you mind if I just real quick talk to him just one-on-one for a second?"
Sure. Brian's
I
gonna head out.
mean,
Okay, so the three of you go out into the hall, and there, standing in the hall, is Sunder. Oh, hello. It's very good to see you again, Harry. I take it that he told you that I will be accompanying you now. Yes.
Sure. Let me I'll fill you in, I guess, on the next couple of things.
Oh,
And I'm going
this
to
is very
tell
nice. I must say, I am very happy that I will be working with all of you. I look forward to it. The chosen ones. This is a very big assignment. Trust me, it is not wasted upon me at all. No.
Right. Absolutely.
Excellent. I like it. I like it a lot. This is very
yeah.
good. Okay, so we'll go back in. The door closes, and you're in there with Ogre. Yes, Joplin boy. What can I do for you?
Joplin's the one with the.
Oh,
the
yes, I'm
funny-
sorry. I for some reason, the dungeon master, the game master, has a tendency to call you Joplin.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. I mean, you just met us not that long ago, and we've kind of been all over the place. It's fine. I just wanted to tell you that maybe pass it on to the rest of those the big head honcho guys. I talked to the shadow lady and told them no go. So.
Oh, we know. Good choice.
Oh, fuck you. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's a habit. I do that all the time. It's
You did grow up in a brothel. It's understandable.
yeah.
Yes. We do still keep an eye on you.
Well, yeah, I've noticed the birds flying around all over the fucking
Yes,
place.
see, you get it. Yes. And you're
Yeah.
becoming quite friendly with them. They like you. I've heard that. The keeper of the birds says that they talk about
The
you.
keeper of the birds.
Oh, yes, there's a position.
Where would I find him? Could you give me directions?
Of course.
Okay, I'll talk to him another day. Today's probably another time. They'll be mad at me. But
Yeah.
oh, cool. All right. I'll come back and visit you another day about that.
Oh, excellent. I look forward to it. Maybe
Awesome. I can't wait to meet Bird Guy.
We could play some ping pong. I'm rather good.
I would love that. That would be great.
Excellent.
Cool. I'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Hey, guys.
Now I do it on purpose. Goodbye, Joplin. Okay, cool. So then you guys are out in the hall with Sunder, and then Joplin, or I'm sorry, the Mighty Chimera comes out. Okay.
Hey, guys.
Oh,
Sorry, I
hey.
just had some business to.
I just finished letting Sunder here know what we're planning.
Perfect. All right. Well, what's our first step? I guess Ogrid will tell Ilgi what we're doing, and now we just have to issue the challenge.
Yeah.
We should
I
challenge.
mean,
Well, before we do that, I think we should, before we set the clock and the time running, we should be prepared first. So anything we need to do to get ready for a duel that might end in bloodshed?
Probably a training montage.
What a perfect way to go to break. I want everybody who's watching and listening to imagine every 80s training montage, especially Rocky's. Rocky's was good. Right?
Yep.
Was that
Rocky 4.
Rocky 4 is the good one.
Yeah,
With Hearts on Fire.
Yeah.
Hearts on fire.
I'm going to tell one of the servants that we're going to need a lot of eggs, raw. All raw eggs.
Yeah.
Raw eggs. Oh, yes. I can
Working
definitely
at
make
the
sure
barn.
that I can help you with that. Don't worry. I myself, too, so you know, I am a skilled sorcerer. I have quite a talent for producing flames and wind. I'm quite, yes.
Even though we're part of the Arcanus, it's still just amazing what you can do.
I know. I was quite surprised when I was growing up, and then next thing you know, I burned my house down. Oh, it was terrible. But my parents, they were extremely mad at me. But, it paid for itself in the end. I am part of the Arcanus now, and they live a very nice luxury life.
It's good.
You have this tone of voice that makes everything, even tragic things, sounds like a funny story. And it's
Well,
kind
you
of,
must look on the bright side of life, yes.
yeah, I heard that in a song. I think Jesus sang it on the cross. I mean, Brian sang it on the cross. Always got to look on the bright side of life. It's a Monty Python reference. You'll get it in about 1,000 years and in a different dimension.
Oh,
Of course.
thank you. Yes. I've come to, in my time here with the Arcanus, I have come to notice that there are many things in the world that you can't plan for them. You just must learn to adapt and to improvise and to make your way best you can. And that is life. That is especially when you open and you step into this world of the magic and the sorcery. It's a completely different world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And with that, we are going to go to a break. So we will be back shortly. So go ahead and get your snackages on, get your beverages on, go to the restroom, do whatever you have to do, and we will be back momentarily. And I have it ready to go. How about that?
to my town.
By the way, Chilling Tales of Sabrina Reactions is a really good keyword, so you should do it.
Hey, guess what, guys?
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
I
We're
hope,
back.
I'll just keep talking until we're live
I
again.
hope the audience appreciates me helping Tony SEO his YouTube channel.
Of course they do.
And you 10 viewers, what are you doing? You get over to my YouTube channel and watch some videos.
After we're done.
Well, yeah, or now, it doesn't matter.
We're probably gonna die anyways.
You are now. All right, so we're back, everybody. Thank you for waiting, and we're gonna just dive right back in.
What time of day was that?
That meeting was in the evening. It took you about 2 hours to get there. We're gonna say it's probably around 8 o'clock at night right now. You know, all things said and done, all time, all the walking, all that different jazz. So,
All right, I'm going to bed. Probably. I'm assuming that we don't have some espionage to do.
you tell me. I just run the show.
I probably would stay close, but go to the library.
If everyone else,
Do I not sound that clear again? It's you can hear me though, Melinray? Here, hold on a second. Let me go.
He sounds far away.
Yes.
Will, you're so distant.
Nobody say anything. I'm going to turn on the. You can hear me though, Melinray? Say la la la.
He sounds far away.
Yes.
Will, you're so distant.
Nobody say anything.
Let the air conditioner always cover the Zumba class.
I've got. Hold on a second. I'll go and I'll try. I've been having some. It's fucking Zoom is what it is. I've had to monkey around with. No, the settings there look great. Okay, hold on. All right. We'll see how well it goes from here. Yeah, I've been hearing that I've been coming across as quiet, and I've been monkeying around with it. It's a work in progress. We'll just put it that way. So I will enunciate more. I'm loud as it is anyway.
Yeah, you're hollering all the time.
Shut up. And
Fair enough. I would say that to me too, so it's fine.
All right, so yeah, what are you great folks doing?
I got my ass kicked, so I'm probably gonna go to bed.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Before we split off,
In the morning.
how are we going to issue this challenge? Or are we going to worry about that after we become
I
prepared?
think that we just need to tell Rabaka. I think that he'll
Well,
do.
Hold on, are we doing this in the public? I thought we were trying to keep this out of the public.
Oh, sorry, I was confused.
I thought we were gonna challenge him to a fight, but do it somewhere.
That still brings up a good point. Rabaka is going to lose some money coming since we're not doing the whole gladiatorial tournament.
I'm sure.
Janice will handle it.
Actually, I think if the Chimera backs out, the purse is still there from the Arcanist, so...
Right. And they said that they would post it, no problem, so...
Yeah, they're going to lose it either way, so...
I just didn't... Rabaka was good to us. I don't want to, insult him or anything, so that's fine. Okay.
So
Well,
tomorrow we tell him to meet us in an alley in the evening and we'll kick his ass?
I doubt it'll be the same day.
Meet you in the parking lot 3.
Doing
Maybe
issue challenge.
let's maybe sleep on it and think about it in the morning.
Just occurred to me, if we had challenged him to a death match as an alternative, he's probably going to show up with that stretchy guy. So,
Well, he was paid
kill a stretchy guy.
What? No,
to defeat you in the ring. He isn't a part of the Brotherhood.
But
I
he
don't
was
know.
brought here by Doru, so.
I don't know too much about your blood oaths, but if he made a blood oath, I think he's the kind of man that will solve that blood oath himself. I mean, that's how all the bad guys and all the stories do it.
4-on-4.
Vanity.
And we got Sundar, so it's like 5-on-5 probably.
Yeah. I'm not concerned about Moldak.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
as As a great man once said, I told you so. I'm not great with it. I never read any books. But pretty sure that's what I'm going to be saying.
Okay, so you guys are all going to go to bed then?
And I slowly back away and leave.
I
I'm
might.
going to the Arcana or the library.
Yeah, I just need to take a walk to clear my head.
Okay. All right. So everybody else, I know what I'll do. Phoenix, you're going to bed?
Yeah.
Brian, you are going to bed?
Eventually, I assume so, yes.
Okay. But you're going to your room, to your apartment?
We're supposed to be getting ready for a duel tomorrow, so yes, I guess I'm just going to mentally prepare and go to bed.
Okay. Ari.
That's my name. Don't wear it out. I'm
What are you doing?
going to the library.
Okay. All right. And Joplin, you're going to go for a walk and clear your head.
Yeah, maybe find a drink somewhere.
Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to go to Ari first, and you're lucky because the Arcanus, the library is open to members at all hours.
No, so
I would hope so.
At this time
Yeah.
of night, there's a lot less staff, and there's soon to be only one person working in the library. So as of right now, you go in, same thing, boom. What are you going to do?
I'm just gonna go in and look up more. Try to find some more on the list of wives that I have for Zafrish. Just kind of trying to figure out what's going on with all of them, what their fates were, essentially.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to try something with because I had problems with a different headset the other day. So you guys tell a little story. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to reconnect this into a different port and see if that tries anything. So I might not have audio for a minute. So, and entertain the crowd. Go.
Talk to her since I got a chance. Hey, Friday, I'm looking at the chat like I'm looking at her. But Friday, I'm at the Eugene Public Library doing some Shakespeare for First Friday. So if you want to come by and see some fools do some classical theater, come on by Eugene Public Library.
Eugene Public
And if
Library.
anyone else is in Eugene as well, too.
How's this sound, Melinray?
Just assuming that since there's 10 of you, that only, I mean, statistically, it's very unlikely that any of you from
Yes.
But
Eugene are.
when
Do you not hear me at all now? Is it
she says silence,
Yeah, she said silence.
0?
Nada on the willow.
what did you do?
I was thinking
Or
that
she's fucking with you.
Nice.
One or the other.
No, I think she's serious this time
she
around.
can hear the rest of us, right?
That's so weird because we can all hear you, so it has to be OBS.
Yeah, I would agree.
I don't know. I'm listening through
I think.
Zoom. So we're in Zoom right now, so that's why we hear each other.
Yeah.
Is you guys hear coming from
It's so weird
Twitch?
because we can all hear you, so it has to be
I guess
OBS.
so.
I guess I could.
Yeah.
All right, let me just check the OBS settings right quick.
Also, I think I'm going to relocate upstairs. I'm having issues with my
You
internet.
can you can hear me now? How's that sound? I went into the OBS and tweaked a little bit on that too.
Lenray says I can hear now.
There we go.
6 o'clock, Mullenray. Shakespeare's Tales Within Tales.
There we go. Okay. And look at that. Are you? You'll stay active the entire time? You're so talented.
Me?
Well, yes.
Well, look at you go.
I don't. Or do I have to?
Oh man.
Do I have to preempt it with the person with the best looking hair here is so talented? Excellent. Okay, cool. All right. So while Ari's doing that, then we will jump to you.
So, do you have a kitchen upstairs?
My room's in the basement.
Oh. Okay. That's pretty cool. Kitchen upstairs. I never thought of that.
All right. So what is the? You're all set. All right. You're good to go. Oh,
Yep.
okay. All right. So I'm sorry. You're going into the library. You're going to do research. What?
On the wives of Zafrish. Find out what ends they met.
Oh, you're not going to like this.
Yeah, probably not.
What happened to his wives?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a research roll.
I didn't. God fucking damn it.
This is what you're able to find. You're able to find a book about the Celestines and their offspring. But all it tells you is about how they procreated this race of half Celestines here and
Right.
how they were used to be their intermediaries and things along these lines. Maybe you're getting a little bit tired and you read the same couple sentences more than once, and that's probably why you weren't able to really actually get the information that you were looking for. Maybe if you had a good night's sleep.
Fair enough. I have already been in the library once.
Or you could always spend the day.
No.
Oh, come on!
Don't want it.
Obviously.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll just kind of futz around in there for a little while. Eventually, I'll get tired and start heading to my room.
Okay. But you are able to find out this tidbit of information, that while there were half Celestines, even during the height of the Celestine occupation of the world, the half Celestines were probably just in the thousands as far as how many there were actually of them. So, and
Okay.
that half Celestines, while having some of the abilities of their godlike parents, were mortal and could be killed. So,
Right. Okay. Yeah, all right.
Cool. All right. So, what's next? What's going on there, Joplin? What's Joplin doing? Joplin goes out into the night. I don't know a song that's got that name in it.
Is Sundar like a driver too? Does he have a carriage or something?
No, but
Just checking. Thought maybe.
The Arcanist does. Are you going to take him with you?
Well, I thought if he was driving something, I would, but I probably don't need to. Where can I find a drink with some unsavory types?
Oh, all over the place, particularly down in the public docks.
The public docks?
Gosh, I wish I could remember the name of that one place where, who was it that went in and almost got into a brawl with the patrons that got overcharged?
I think it was Phoenix.
Was that you, Phoenix?
I think it was.
I wish I could remember the name of that place.
I missed one episode, and that's it's fighting cops and getting the brawl.
Right? That all happened in that one episode.
I just want to go to an unsavory establishment that, I don't know, may or may not be
okay
by some blue sashes.
Oh, okay. Then perfect. Okay, so then you do want to go down to the dock areas because that's where they hang out, and you do want to go down to the it's the Trade Winds, correct? Isn't that the name of their warehouse? If I remember correctly. Let me take. Gosh, you guys are supposed to take good notes so that I
do, but I don't have them open.
I thought the trade wind for someone else. Truthfully, is what
the trade wind is. Is that the messenger service? Am I getting those guys mixed up?
Yeah, we had these two things backwards for a couple of episodes real early on, and I've been confused ever since.
And obviously, so is your poor DM. Well, here's the con.
The Trade Winds was the
I think the Trade Winds was the undercover Black Hand or something like that. That's what.
That was the messenger service is the cover for the Black Hand.
And wasn't that Trade Winds?
And I think that is Trade Winds, the Trade Winds messenger service. That sounds right.
So the other thing was the Azure Brother.
And you think it would be easy for me to find these things because I bold out the names in my notes.
Apparently, we got some children around here now.
and they're having fun.
Boo.
Boo. Okay.
Hell, it's late. Tell them to go to bed.
I mean, it's not that late. It's only like 9.
So funny because it's 11 here, and I'm like, what are these kids doing outside of your window?
Yeah, it's the time difference there. For
It's
the lack of
8:00. I'm gone. Go to bed.
I don't know. We're gonna anyway. That fucking warehouse is open. It's
be all right.
it's the something wave, if I remember correctly now.
Wait.
But yeah, it's something wave. But that's down at the docks, and there's plenty of different bars and what have you down around in that area.
Yeah,
So-
someplace where, someone who's high up in the Azure Brotherhood might be hanging out.
Well, okay. There's a place called the Shiny Knob.
Shiny knob. All right, yeah, that sounds good.
And it's pretty close to that warehouse. I think maybe it's the Wave Crest. That sounds right.
Okay.
Okay. Right. But the Shiny Knob is the name of the bar, the tavern. Okay. All right. So you head down there, and of course these docks are wide open. There's plenty of people down here. Okay. You go in, plenty of pirates. Well, plenty of sailors, dock workers, things along these lines. Looks like there's some mercenaries in there. It's a tough-looking crowd. And then in walks Joplin. Hi!
Am I allowed to amend what I would do? Just because I don't trust him being alone, but it's metagaming. I'll stop.
Yeah. You should have chose. As it is, the saying goes, you chose poorly. Okay, so you come walking in. This is not the type of place where there are serving at the very stereotypical fantasy serving wenches in the place. There's it's pretty hopping too, but there's some odd chairs at tables. There's some odd stools at the bar as well.
Is there I don't know how classy this place is or isn't.
It isn't.
So there's no private area?
I'll say that there is a bank of the private booths. They have the wood divider wall in between them. There's a row of 6 of them on one back wall, but those are all full.
Oh yes, full is good.
Okay.
One with a bunch of sailors.
Oh yeah, there's we'll say half of them are filled with sailors at least.
Excellent.
Do you have another character rolled up? Just wondering. Okay.
Just thinking, I need a way to announce myself and get Doru's attention.
Okay. And what are you doing?
I would like to pray to Peter.
I gotta say, everybody can see this is totally 100% off the cuff, right? Everybody sees this. Okay, you're gonna pray to Puritan. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and give me a spirit roll.
Straight spirit or something?
Yeah, just give me a spirit roll.
I've been good.
Okay. There you go. That's good. What are you praying? I guess I should have had you pray first.
The audience, that was a 7.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
And for the new audience, a success is a 4.
Yeah.
Thank you even more.
For the
Yes.
really new audience, we're playing Savage Worlds.
Yeah, thank you very much again. Rigger, where are you, man?
Right.
I would like, if Puritan would allow it, to bring forth 2 pillars of fire from under my hands and rise up next to me and just stand there like sentinels.
What's the closest magical ability you have?
I have a thing called barrier that can create a barrier of fire.
Okay.
In this case, I'm just wanted to create 2 columns with it.
You can totally do that then, provided you make the roll. And you are familiar now. It hasn't come up, and it only happened once
Early on.
Early on, and Ari was able to Benny out of it.
Yes. Yes, she was.
Okay.
But
All
I have that handicap.
Hold on, did you? Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, go ahead.
Roll spell casting then?
Yes. Double ones. Okay, you got a 7. So I take it you're waiting. You're gonna like find the
Middle of the room.
kind of clearest space. You don't want to like burn anybody or anything with this.
Not right now.
Okay.
Looking at those gentlemen in the back private booth, though.
Okay, so you go there, you stand there for a little bit, looking around. You've got plenty of people already looking at you. One, because you don't fit in. Let's be honest.
I'm with you.
You
That's
know,
fine.
you could fit into certain bars, but this one's a little bit more.
The ascot doesn't allow it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And tell me how it happens.
I raise fire from below my hands, above my head, into a column on either side until I have everyone's attention. And
As soon as the fire starts going up, everybody in the entire place starts moving away from you. Like they get up and move, like, and they run.
all they have to hear me say is, "Bring me Doru."
A bunch of people start running out of the place. Matter of fact, the entire place starts clearing out. And in just under a minute, it is you and the bartender and the bartender's assistant, who then looks at the bartender like twice, and then he runs. The serving girls are gone. So it's just you and the bartender's just like,
I'm a little parched. Whiskey.
and he starts fumbling around. He gets a glass and he puts it up on the table. He pours it, and then he goes down to the other end of the bar.
I'll wait.
Okay.
You can tell this is all on the fly, can't you, people?
Yes.
You
All
can
right.
tell he's just making it up as he goes, because now he's got to think. Oh,
Oh,
what is that
that's
roll?
either really good or really bad.
What is that 20? Why did you roll a d20? And why did you get a 20?
Why did I roll a d20 and get a nat 20? I guess you're going to find out.
Assassin! Crossbow bolt to the neck.
Give me a notice roll.
Gadios.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I noticed.
Okay. So one question I got is, what's happening with the columns of fire, right?
Oh, I just left him there.
So they're burning. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You go over, you slam the drink, and you're looking around because the place is empty. That guy's like scared and in a corner, and he seems to be not sure if he should leave because he missed his window of opportunity to get the hell out of Dodge, and now he's scared if something will happen if he runs. So as you're looking around, you see a bunch of like figures around the door, dark figures at the front door, and there's the door is open. Okay. There wasn't a door that you had to open to come in because it's summertime here. It's hot. There's windows all over the place. The windows are open, and there's 2 big windows that flank the front door, right? And you see the dark figures of people starting to mill about out front. How long are you going to wait?
Oh, I shouldn't have to wait long. If there are figures outside, he's probably here. I'll make my way to the door.
Okay, you start making your way to the door. Okay.
The columns of fire can dissipate behind me.
Okay, the columns of fire dissipate behind you. Excellent. Okay, so we need. What do I need? I got to do this. Okay.
I do.
If you have your skull crushed, I will never forgive you.
Actually, I have to do this one at a
If
time.
you die, I'll kill you.
I can't afford a flight to Eugene, so we'll have to do it in game. But
You better roll up 2 different characters then.
5, 7, 3, 5. Oh.
Not you, Dylan.
One. So what I have to ask is, what is your
that was a lot of rolls.
your defense, or it's basically your
My
The Harry?
Toughness?
your toughness. That's the what I'm looking for.
My toughness is a 6.
No, it's not your toughness.
Parry, your parry.
It is your parry. It is your parry.
My parry is a 5.
Ooh,
Ooh, okay, so
Jesus
1, 2,
Christ.
3 of them.
3.
3 why? Why didn't they just bring me Doru?
Hold on a second.
My shit.
Gotta look that up.
I have a feeling they're gonna bring you to Doru.
It's oh, there it is. I gotta look under weapons. That's right. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Come on. Is it just alphabetical? I'm sure it's 2d6, but here we go. Here we go. That's what I wanted. All right. Ooh. Okay. Okay. And what's your toughness?
That's a 6.
Okay. So here's the first one.
Here's the first one. What?
So there's 7. So that means that you have gotten you are shaken.
Shaken, yeah.
Crossbow bolts start flying in through the windows. Hold on. Here's the second one.
Why would they do that?
Oh, it's a 10. So there's a wound. Since you were already shaken, let me go look at the damage again.
Oh, no.
Okay, so it's just one wound, and you remain shaken. And here's the third one.
Okay.
Okay,
Ouch.
so that's a second wound.
You're gonna die right now.
The other three bolts go into the floor around you, and you've got crossbow bolts sticking out of you. And then you hear from outside the guys that are out there that are milling about, and you hear, "I suggest that you lie down on the floor, otherwise we're going to shoot another round, another volley at you."
Oh no! Don't to challenge his pride. This is how Boromir died. Spoiler alert for
Hang on a second. I gotta read this.
And we're not going to go into a niche in the. Well, no, I guess we
It's
should.
not going to take that long. That's what he's saying.
In tradition, because with this Anish, they go back and forth, so he could keep getting up. So I should do it. I should do an Anish. So let me.
Does he get a turn first? To be fairsies.
Wait,
I mean,
2
it was
questions.
a surprise attack.
Are
Hey,
there
you
any
got
other exits from this room?
Yes, there is a back door that you saw, like the help went running out of.
Okay.
And that the guy that's behind the whatchamacallit is still looking. So let's see here.
The second question is, what is the floor?
Wood.
Is there any place where it's not, where it goes down to dirt?
No.
That I am gonna bolt for the back door.
Okay. All right, hold on. So now we shall.
Now, there is also the possibility I can bring my barrier back up, and this time it wouldn't be fire. It would be a solid barrier right in the door to keep them from getting in.
Yes. Yes.
You have your movement and your action, so you.
Can you
So-
do that when it's not dirt?
Oh, my barrier doesn't need to come out of the ground. It's
Oh.
It's your turn. You get to go first before anything else. They shot in. That was their surprise, and they yelled at you, and so now it's yeah.
the barrier that I want to put up is a toughness of 10. And
Okay, so a barrier of fire in front of the. How big is that barrier?
it can be, and this is why I should probably print this.
That's the big thing I need to know.
I just put it up in the thing. Solid immobile wall to protect the user against attack or to entrap an opponent. Regardless of what the barrier is made of, it has a toughness of 10. I can every casting modifier the caster takes creates a 1 foot wide section of wall.
You have to take so every turn gives you a foot.
Yeah, so basically if it takes them one turn, it's only a foot wide.
Yeah,
That's
it's not.
You do
Yeah,
that.
so the columns were easy because basically those were a foot apiece, we'll just say. And you were just there, you take your 2 turns, no big deal. So this would be the first round of you casting. Now, we'll just say, okay, the door is going to be what? 4 feet? And then the windows would be an additional 4 feet, we'll just say, on each side. So we've got 12 feet altogether of barrier. So 12 rounds. I will say there's got to be some kind of way for you to do it off of the...
I'm fairly surprised it's not off of a dice roll.
Every casting modifier the caster takes.
There's good.
I could just run.
You could just run.
I'm not familiar with how the magic works in this game. What does that mean? Every casting modifier that you
It's a -1.
take. Oh, so you'd have to take like a -3 to span that door.
That's what I was going to say.
So
Okay,
essentially, right.
there you go.
Yeah.
So if you roll at a -3, remember you only got to hit a 4. Okay. You could get it up. There.
Let me do it. Because my
You can do
Guys,
this. You can do it. You can do it, baby. I have nothing but faith in you. Go ahead and give us
I
that
don't know.
spellcasting roll.
And let's see.
My faith has been challenged. Oh,
Look at that! You do it. So you go, and it goes, and it goes up, and you hear a bunch of oi on the other side. Okay,
Out the back door.
that's your turn though.
That's fine.
No, casting's your turn. You get
No,
to
you
run.
can-
Casting and movement.
Oh no, you're right. That's right. My bad. So then you run out the back door. You hear as you go running, you do hear twang, 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 and you zip, zip, zip. But they're shooting where you were, and so they miss you. You go chucking through the back door. It goes into a storeroom. Now fortunately, the back door from the storeroom out into the back alley is wide the fuck open, where other people already ran out and didn't bother with anything. So I take it you're going to run through that.
Is there a basement?
You're going to take a turn to search for a basement.
No, not a. I just wonder if that. All right, never
You
mind.
have to stop and look around. You just ran into a dark storage room. I mean, you tell me, which one are you going to do?
No,
I mean, how long's the fire up for? I don't think these guys are going to be jumping through fire anytime soon, right?
Yeah.
yeah, it does stay for. It's on my
It's
sheet.
like 5 seconds or something like that.
It's 5 minutes per rank.
There you go.
You're a
I'm-
veteran, so it's like what, 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's nice.
And it's going to catch the place on fire, though.
That's good. I wanted to do that.
But you don't want to be hiding in a place that's going to catch on fire, do you?
I'm not worried about that part of it.
Sorry, parks and flames a couple of times.
Oh, I can see what you're going to do. Okay, so are you gonna look for a basement?
Well, just glance behind me. Is there another stairway that keeps going?
Roll a notice.
God damn it.
I know.
This should not.
You got this. You got this.
I never got this. Notices.
You got it. You got it.
Thanks for the wild die. Again, always a 1.
Now let's just see. You're down at the docks area. It's going to be really uncommon for us to have a basement in this part of the town because you're down at the, where the water is. You generally don't put basements where water is like that. So What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a d20, and if I get 1 through 5, there, for some reason, this place got a basement.
Yes.
Nope, no basement. You see nothing. You see barrels and stuff. You can hide in the burning tavern if you wish.
No, I'll go out the door and.
Okay, you go out the door. Now, you get out the door and you go into.
I do have a rules note that we have ignored up until now, but since it's the first time that we've had an opportunity for it, and I should have brought it up sooner, but I didn't want Joplin to die. Wound penalties do give a -1 to all trait rolls, and they do affect your pace as well.
Oh. Now, I've got the -2 wound factor in for my spell casting.
Oh, that's right.
That's already figured in.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
So it's only a matter of my pace.
Oh, right. Yes, you've got it there. I see. So the pace is the only thing that. Then we're good. I just figured in case people were watching and were questioning our legitimacy.
Now the wounds.
I question our legitimacy. What are you talking about? That's true, because I do forget that all the time. So thank you for bringing that up. Okay.
It's the pace is. I think it's just a -1 as well. Like it's the equivalent of a -1, so a minimum of.
Right. Well, and what that comes into is when you're rolling for how extra you can move and all that different stuff. Okay, so you make it out into the back alley. The back alley is dark. There's trash all over the place. You just see somebody rounding a corner out onto one of the main streets in the other direction. Are you going to beat feet? And you tell me what you're doing. What are you doing?
Damn it! Why didn't they just bring me Doru? Could have settled this all. Fine. Damn it.
Well, they might have brought you Doru, but that 20 on the 20 that I rolled kind of ensured that they were intending to do something else.
Did they bring Doru?
You don't know. He could be outside with all those guys. You never know.
No. Oh no.
What would it take for me to just peek around the corner? And
Well, first of all, what we need now are you just going to be out in the open?
I don't have to be, but for right
Well, you tell me how you doing it.
no, for right now, I want to know if Doru's there. Can I just sneak to the corner of the building?
So you do want to sneak and try and look at the front. All right, give me a stealth roll.
God.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
Oh, that's success.
even
Yeah.
with
Or-
-2.
Yeah. Now we need to roll a couple of rolls.
He rolled
For
exactly a 4 with his -2.
it was already fucked.
4 or 5, dude.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
So this is what happens now. You start making your way, because you got to go down to the end of the alley. So you go down to the end of the alley, sneaking like, right? And you go
Right.
out into the street to go around, to go to the front of basically where all the buildings are and stuff, to look at where the entrance to this place is, right?
Yeah.
And as you're making your way up there, there's still people out in the street and whatnot, and you hear, hey, there's that guy that was doing the fire. Hey, she's got it right there. There's people in the streets notice you.
just regular people.
Hell yeah, some dude just went to a bar and just started summoning fire. No one in there's ever seen anything like this. There's a damn sorcerer wizard just crazy doing stuff.
Doru, they should have done something else.
Well, you do notice that after they say that, other people start running in the street to get away from you when you're sneaking around. They're like, oh, that's a thing. And somebody else, yeah, that's a sorcerer. Run for your lives. He can command fire. And like
Running away?
there's pandemonium starting to erupt in the streets.
That works too.
Okay, and what are you going to do?
Is Doru out there anyway?
Oh, so you keep going to the front. You go and you look around the corner, right? And you're looking at the front where all these guys are. All right, let's give some rolls.
I think you mistake my intentions here.
No, I just hope that they're not what you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
One of them,
One's a 5.
I mean, you got 4, 4, 4, and then a 5.
Okay,
but it was a contestant, I'm assuming, with his stealth, right?
Correct.
Four
Correct.
is 4
Right.
would be
correct. So you go and you look around. There's a group, there's a mulling of people around there. And you're looking around, and people are like running away from over this side. So it gets the attention of the guys that are all, kind of backing up from this starting to burn down tavern. And they look over in the direction of where all this hullabaloo is coming from, right? And one of the guys goes and looks, hey, who's that? And he points right at you. And then it gets the rest of their attention, and they're all like, they're looking down at the end of the street.
I'll go. You want me to go? I can tell.
No, you can stay. I mean, you want to meet Doru, right?
Did I see him?
No.
Damn.
Jeez.
I think I've had enough fun for the evening.
Okay, so you start running?
Yeah.
Excellent. So basically, you'll get your regular movement, and then
Well, minus.
yes, and then you have to roll for your additional movement. But what I'm going to have you do first is I'm going to have you roll me a stealth roll again to see, because I'm assuming you're trying to shake the tail.
I would like to, but
Exactly. Okay. So
unless it's Doru.
you didn't see Doru.
Damn it.
So, you know what? I should probably use these. I made these damn things. So go ahead and give me your stealth first.
Stealth first.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, be stealthy.
Got pennies.
Oh!
That's the worst thing that could ever happen. You got
Well, technically, that's a 3. Technically.
no. Oh, that's right. It doesn't count, but it's still it's the same damn thing, though. It's the same damn thing. Yes, because that's worse than just a regular fail. It's a -1 fail.
I have
And
a Benny
one.
for that. I have a Benny for that.
I didn't.
I have a Benny for that.
Okay, go ahead.
And it's one of those my good bennies, one of my permanent bennies. I'm not even spending my today bennies.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So but that's okay. I've been
The pennies aren't going anywhere. You asked what they're for. They're not benefiting you.
That's right.
all right, so stealth. I gotta go back up to stealth here. Stealth. There you
Okay.
go.
There it is.
Get
Nice.
everything.
That's a raise.
Okay, so you start going out and you start heading off, and you're mingling into the crowd. So here we go. Those guys come trucking out into the street where you're running from, where you're starting to mingle. So we got this is it. This is for the whole ball of wax right here. Oh, okay. We have to roll again for him.
That's an 11.
Well, I
Oh,
think
if you
Well, yeah, I'm gonna do all of them first, and then I'll come back and do the last.
Yeah,
one.
so
1,
this
2,
is the
3,
sixth
4,
guy.
5. Here's the last guy. Oop, did I do it? No, I didn't.
no.
There it is. Okay, so this roll is for the guy who rolled the 6.
One of the guys rolled the 6 for the people in the
Okay, yes. So he rolled the 6. So this is essentially, he gets the roll again. It's exploding,
That was a nat 1.
and he rolls a 1 for a total of 7, which does not beat Joplin's stealth roll of a 9, which he got a raise on that. So you are able to get into the crowd that's kind of, because, excuse me, the crowd runs away for a while, and then they kind of like stop and are turning around and looking back to see what's going on. And you've deftly, even with bolts sticking out of you, have moved in amongst these people.
certainly
And-
have pulled that out by now.
Yes,
Oh.
and blood's just pumping out as you run. So you make it. Yeah, you're gone. Now you make it back. You're going straight. Where are you going? Where are you going?
I assume the Arcanus has a medical facility.
Mm-hmm.
A
You gonna
clinic?
go to the Arcanus?
Yeah.
Your old apartment's a lot closer.
I don't have anything at my apartment that could help me,
Okay.
except for, running into another freaking pirate.
Okay. Would one of you guys do me a quick look up the healing of wounds for me right quick?
Oh,
I have it open in front of me right now.
Excellent. Cool.
I
Okay, so
already know
Excellent. Okay, so you guys.
Natural healing, we don't need. Aftermath's an extra situation. Cool. Healing skill. Success moves one, removes one wound. He's gonna need to actually. Someone will have to use the healing skill. I don't think he can self heal unless.
Yes, you can.
Oh, you can.
However, not only are there wound penalties, but you take double wound penalties because you're trying to operate on yourself.
Right.
Oh, that's awesome. But he's not.
You
But he's
can.
not. But he's not doing that. So you start hunkering. You make your way through. You're running, and you're getting tired, right? Because you're pushing yourself, and you got 3 arrow wounds in you, crossbow bolt wounds in you. And
Just to add to the fire, though,
Yeah.
you have to operate on yourself within the golden hour.
Exactly. So this is where I'm starting to go with this. So you're starting to like dragging the one leg that was hit. You're like, oh Jesus, God! And you're constantly looking over your shoulders, and you're looking, trying to see if anybody's coming and whatnot. And as you're passing by one of these alleys, as you're going along, you hear, "Oi, hey, Joplin!" You stop and you take a look.
Do I recognize the voice?
It's a kid's voice.
Oh, those.
Those guitars.
Hey.
Woo!
Yes, it is. What's my little boy's name? The Tough.
It's you, right?
Ulsa.
Ulsa. It's Ulsa. And the Tough, and he's leaning up there, and he's got his arms crossed, and he's leaning against the alleyway. And he goes, "You're fucked up."
You're observant.
Yeah. Hey,
What
you need
do
some-
you do when you're?
You need
like-
some help?
Yeah. All I can get. Actually.
Okay. Well, first come in here. Get in the alleyway. Get in the alley.
No, I'm not going to let you rob me.
I'm not gonna rob you. Just get in the alleyway. We gotta talk business first. Get in here so
Business.
nobody sees you. You're bleeding all over the place. You look terrible.
Ow! All
Yeah.
right.
Okay. How much money do you got?
I got a few coppers, but leave me.
Coppers. You're bleeding. Look, it's pulling by your foot, and you're gonna talk. You're coming at me with coppers. Come on,
I
man.
might have a
The
silver
price
or two.
or two. Oh, this is definitely a 5 silver situation.
Fine. There's probably 5 silver.
He holds out his hand.
Joplin pulls out a gold.
Do you
It's
have
like,
change?
fuck, I don't have any. Do you pull out a gold and say that?
But I will give him. I'll give him 5 silver. What am I thinking?
Okay, you give him the 5 silver. He takes it. Thank you very much. He sticks it into a pocket. He whistles down the alleyway, and a gang of kids come running up, and they all start grabbing you and holding you, and they start moving you down the alleyway.
Now,
And-
don't. Ow!
Oh,
Ow!
stop. Oh, gosh, are you always such a sissy? Look, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just bleeding. And they take you to essentially, it's like a shack, an add-on to a house in to the back. And it looks like run down, and it's like boarded up and stuff like that. And they swing one of the boards open, and they make you duck down, and they help you into there. And you go in, there's lights and stuff. And there's a bunch of kids in there. There's like 12 kids in here. And it's like a little our gang, Little Rascals kind of place. And they sit you on top of a wooden crate. And this also motions over for this one girl. She's like maybe 10. And he goes, got a bleeder. And she's like, okay. And she like whips out a knife. And then she starts cutting up your clothes where the wounds are. She's like, that's pretty bad. And then she looks around. She goes over. She's monkeying around with some stuff. She comes over with an armful of things and a wooden spoon. She goes, go and she sticks the spoon in your mouth. Okay, she's going to go ahead and give you a here's her healing roll. Okay.
What do I look for on her healing roll?
That she doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Because now you have 3 wounds.
What?
You
You-
3. Oh, wait. Is that,
You
is that
can-
true?
Oh wait, no, sorry. Critical failure increases the wound.
Critical fail.
Critical.
Yes.
Critical
So
fail.
basically, what'll happen is you're not.
Forgot.
Correct me on this. He gets no wounds. He gets nothing back, but he's not going to.
He's not going to
In
be
danger.
injured unless it's a critical failure. Yeah,
Right.
That's right.
So she's like
Even.
patching you up, rubbing some stuff on it. It's like, "Ah!" And they wrap some cloth around it and things and bandage it up.
Into the artery.
Silver.
She does a terrible job.
Pack dirt in it. Just put
Yes,
dirt
yes,
together.
that's exactly what it is. And then also comes over, he's whistling. It's like, now we'll take you back to the Arcanus. Sound
take
good?
it Straight to one
Best
of the
$5 you ever spent.
We got a cart just outside. Don't worry about it. So they take you back out, and in this alleyway, there's a cart with a donkey, and the back of the cart, he undoes these these metal locks, and it
Don't
swings
do it.
open so that you don't have to climb over. And he swings it open, and when he swings it open, the whiff of manure hits you.
I knew you
But
would.
there's no manure in there. It's like it's in the cracks and the creases. It's not like full of manure though. And he goes, "Go ahead, get in." And then he chucks in a burlap sack and a couple of those, and he says, "Just cover up with those, and we'll get you over there right quick." Okay.
This is how wounds end up becoming septic.
And he closes it, locks it up, then also gets up on the driver's seat, and driving the cart is an old guy. Like he's like a pretty old, skinny. He's got his clothes are all weather beaten and kind of got holes in it and stuff. He looks like a homeless dude. And they start, and the donkey starts taking the cart away, and it jostles and and they get you to the front gates of the Arcanus, and then Ulsa gets down and he again opens it, helps you out, and he goes, "Come on, old man, I'll help you up to the front gate." And so he lets you lean on him, and he takes you up there. Now we've got our boys up there, Tulio and Rod, because this is still their shift. Okay. And Tulio and Rod are like, "Holy crap, what happened to you?" And they get you in. They rush you to the infirmary where they start taking care of your wounds. And we're gonna have this guy now do a roll at the infirmary.
Oh God.
But he knows how, right?
There it is. He got a 9, so he's good.
What does that mean?
Basically, it means you get cleaned up and your wounds get taken care of in a proper way. And so, how is he going to naturally heal that? It's like how many does he heal per day of rest?
Oh, it's one. It's one.
It's
One
just
per day, right?
One per
Oh,
day.
I don't know. Per day, I don't know. But just for the heal check, it's one.
It's one for the heal check,
For the check.
and then there's
You can make a check every 3 days, I think, for natural healing.
for natural heal, and those are vigor checks, correct? Is that
Yeah,
what
you're
they're
Every
fine.
12 hours. Sorry, I was way off.
Every 12 hours he gets a vigor check, and then he gets back one if he's successful.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so then you get some servants. They get a wheelchair. And they stick you in the wheelchair, and then they take you to your apartment.
Yeah, thank you. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, wait. No, I was wrong. It's every 5 days.
Make up your mind. 12 hours, 5 days.
12 hours is to make sure you don't pass out. Every 12 hours, you make a check to make sure you don't pass out.
Okay, so you've got one wound, and you were shaking. Your shaking's going to be gone, though, after a sleep, right? The shaking doesn't persist, only the wound, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I take it you go to sleep?
If I can.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that all right? If
yeah.
with a concussion.
Well,
I heard you weren't supposed to sleep.
No, yeah. So the next morning comes around. Okay. Now I'm going to need you to give me a vigor roll. Make sure you wake up. Yeah, not a problem. You're like, God damn it, I got to get up and pray. So you get up and you pray. Now, are you going to continue to get ready, or are you going to go back to bed? When are you going to go down? I'm assuming you guys set a date or a time to all meet again for what you're going to.
Well, I had invited Phoenix
Morning.
to join me for morning prayers over.
Yeah, I show up like bright and early to.
That's
with
true.
Let's to.
Okay, so that's where we're going to pick up right there. So it's morning time for prayer. Joplin's there. He knocks on the door. Take it away.
Hey. you in
Hello,
there?
I'm here. Come on in.
Hey, what the fuck happened to you? Clothes of ribbons.
Bar fight.
You're covered in a bar fight. You're full of holes.
Well, they had crossbows and.
You got in a bar fight with. Oh, hold on. What were you doing in a bar with crossbows?
All right, I should have found him at home or something.
Found him at home. Who were you fighting?
I was trying to get Prince Doru's attention.
Oh,
See if
come
I
on.
could smoke him out and get him out into the. It didn't work.
By yourself?
Well, I didn't want Brian to have to be morally conflicted, and you can't go out in public because you look like a purple Celestine, and Ari needs her sleep.
Well, that was actually, yeah, it's all right. I can't really argue with that.
So,
Do you need a hand? Can I help in any way?
Oh no, just we should go on a regular day.
That's good because I can't really heal at all. I have no training.
No, and I don't want you to.
Yeah.
No, I already had
Is there
that.
dirt in one of those wounds?
Yes, probably.
Let me see that. Just sort of poke it a little
Don't stop.
bit.
Okay, so
all right, you have to tell me that story sometime. But let's get these gloves on the ground.
so after you pray, there's a knock at your door.
Well, that was quick.
Okay, and then
It's Pearden.
yeah, you go at you answer. I think.
Well, it's my door. I probably should.
Yeah. Okay. It's essentially a doctor. I'm here to clean your wounds and redress them.
This one's got dirt in it.
Oh, we took care of that. It just feels
No.
like it's got dirt in it. And so he
Dirty.
takes the bandages off because they sutured you up the whole 9 yards. He checks your wounds, cleans them, redresses them, and bids you farewell. Leaves a cane.
Hey, you're pretty good at that. Nice.
Good thing too.
So you just got shot full of holes. What were you hoping would happen?
Well, I thought that somebody would go running to Prince Doru and say, someone's calling you out in the middle of the bar, and he would show up, and
At which point he would.
we would have some words, strong words, and then things would happen.
Oh, things happen.
Like he would kill you instead of them killing you.
No, I was hoping to, bring him the fury of Pearden.
You're gonna burn him alive.
I think I burned the bar down.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense. You burned the bar down.
Well,
Burnt bar down.
I needed to leave.
Let's roll.
There's easier ways to leave bars.
Do you want high or low?
Not this one.
We're playing high and low again, eh?
Yeah,
Let's go
which-
for high, 'cause-
Go for high. Go.
You're gonna go. Okay, cool. Roll me a d20.
Am I rolling or?
No. Joplin's
No,
rolling.
this is-
Thank God. I have bad luck with this stuff.
I'm right in the middle.
Barely
Okay.
high, but it's high.
Roll me 1d4 minus 1.
Doesn't even make sense.
Okay.
It
Well,
would have been a 4.
as good as it can get.
3 buildings ended up getting burned down there. So you didn't just burn down the tavern, you burned down the 2 adjacent buildings too.
I'm assuming that the doctor told us about that. I was there. Just you hear about those 3 buildings that burned down?
No, it was just one building. 3 buildings. I swear, it was just one when I left.
Sure. You'll find that out during the day, we'll say. Everybody's talking about it. Some crazy mad sorcerer was down there causing fire and stuff. Okay.
Shall we get the crew together and go challenge Prince Doru in a way that doesn't get you shot full of holes?
We can try, but I thought it was going to work out.
So you guys go downstairs where you normally would congregate for your morning breakfast, then I take it?
Yeah, if that's where we go, then sure, yeah.
All right, cool. You guys all meet down there. Sunder is there as well.
Oh yeah.
Sundar, how's it going, bro?
I'm sorry, it's Sundar with an S. Sundar.
Like the famous barbarian, I know.
No, not Dundar. Sundar.
Right.
Yes, see?
Can't tell what he's saying.
Yes. Oh, hello, Brian. Hello, Ari.
Oh.
Oh, Joplin, are you all right? You have a cane.
Just took a fall.
Oh, this is terrible.
Yeah, stairs.
You
dark.
Oh, do you sleepwalk? I have a tea that helps with that. If you
That sounds wonderful.
Oh, well, I'll get you some.
I think that's what it was. Sleepwalking.
Yes. Oh, very well. And he just starts making himself up. Because remember, they put all that stuff out in the common room to eat. Or, if you guys want, you can go to the cafeteria. Cafeteria's got a bigger spread. It's more like a continental breakfast that they put out in the foyer, and then in the cafeteria is like the full-blown.
I think in these moments we're trying to stay as out of the public eye as possible because something bad might happen if we ever.
These are all Arcanus people for whatever that means. That's the Arcanus private cafeteria.
Then yes, I think I would go there. Makes sense.
Okay. You guys go down there and get your own table?
Load up on food, yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
And Joplin's walking with a cane, and he's got an obvious limp, and he's like, So aside your leg and your shoulder, where was the third bolt? Where did that hit you?
I think maybe it got me right in the ass.
Okay.
I have a hard time sitting. I'll just lean.
You're leaning over on one side. You have somebody go get you a cushion. Okay, cool.
A round pillow with a hole in the middle.
Okay, yeah. So Joplin's in a bad way. It's obvious.
I'll be fine. Don't you even concern yourselves.
What did you do?
Would you like me to take a look at that, Joplin? I'm actually quite well. I read a couple of encyclopedias.
Yeah, no, I believe too many people that said that in the past 24 hours.
Ari, you're trained medically too, aren't you?
I've got, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
I'm not offering it right now.
No, but if you wanted to make a roll on it to see possibly maybe get some medical information.
I'm not offering it right now.
Well, no, not to help them, just to go, you fell down, huh?
Oh, I see.
Hurt your ass, your leg, and your shoulder you did, huh?
Fair enough. A 16.
Oh, yeah, you know exactly what the hell happened to him. You see blood.
You need to be rolling that.
You know for a fact he's full of shit. He didn't fall down nothing.
I mean, the second he said he fell downstairs, I knew he was full of shit.
Oh, yeah, you know. By the way, everybody, she rolled a 16.
I fell into a basket of crossbow bolts is all. As I tumbled down the stairs, got me in the shoulder, got me in the arm, got me in the ass.
Where was this basket of crossbow bolts?
Oh, down by the docks in a bar.
Oh, yeah? And you stumbled downstairs into this basket.
They don't have basements in the docks ward, turns out.
That's right.
It was the front stoop. 2 stairs. What do you know?
What the fuck happened?
It didn't work. That's all that matters.
Why? Why would you go alone?
Well, it was another one of my good ideas.
To go alone?
To keep the rest of you out of it. It didn't seem like anybody really wanted to, do the dirty work.
I told you I would be there for you.
Yes, I
That's
appreciate it.
fucking. That's a fucking something I don't do.
He doesn't trust you.
Apparently not.
You're very quiet, and you know.
I mean, what
Are you
I
a DM or Maury Povich?
when I talk, I expect people to.
I certainly learned my lesson, and next time I won't go without backup.
I don't believe that at all.
Hence the head shake. I probably don't talk to Joplin for the rest of today.
All right. Well, Brian, did you want to chastise him a little bit too, or are we gonna start planning this
Well,
giant battle we're about to have with a pirate?
And
did Ari help him at all?
No.
No. Well, I offered and he didn't want it. So, well, if he feels all right, I'll trust him on that. The only person who knows Joplin best is Joplin yourself, and you are fine. Is that right?
I'm all good.
Then we'll leave it at that. The same way I trust you, Phoenix. Yes, I think since all of us are well prepared, better than yesterday, then let's talk about issuing this challenge. Who can we rely on to send that message to Doru?
I think I may have already inadvertently sent that message.
Okay.
Inadvertently.
Would you
Well,
like to explain that part?
I was trying to get Doru's attention, but they didn't bring Doru, and so I had to make a hasty retreat. So I left a wall of fire behind, and I heard it burned the tavern, and
It's like a part of a city block.
just a few buildings.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a whole city block or anything.
Not far. Not far. Do you tell him the shining up?
No,
It's oh, you don't? Okay, never mind.
no, I didn't tell him about the shining up, but
That's the name of the place you burned down. That's close to your friend in the watch substation.
Right, John.
What's the name of that captain?
Right.
Tonka. It's Toika.
Troika.
Tonka truck.
Yeah, Captain Tonka Truck. Captain Troika. It's close to that substation of the Sentinel.
Well, so he doesn't. If he doesn't tell me, then I don't know.
Well,
But point being, so he's you inadvertently told him or issued a challenge already?
well, I caused some damage that they will certainly look to. For
What did he say? Did he? How did he take it?
Oh, I didn't get to talk to him. Believe me, I looked for him.
Oh,
I
all
looked
right.
everywhere for him.
As you're burning down buildings.
So we don't even know if he took or even the message got to him. Well,
I'm pretty sure he heard about it.
okay. Well, what's our next plan? Are we moving on? Is that considered issued now, or should we?
I think
What are the terms of this issuance?
maybe we just go down there and fight them now.
Yeah, I think he might just come looking for us.
Oh, jeez. This is not going the way I thought it would.
Yeah, it's kind of a big whoops, and that's me. That's my bad. But you know,
Admit to something.
Well, I have to say that I think that it is okay. I don't think he's going to come here looking for you.
Yeah, thanks, Sundar. That's right. And you know what, Joplin? I want to say thank you because I know that you did this with the kindness in your heart and as a way of trying to keep us out of it.
It was very proactive of you.
And maybe there was a little bit of anger behind it, and maybe a little bit of a rash decision, and maybe you weren't thinking of other people when you did it. But
that's all
Thank you.
possible.
thank you anyways. And I don't say that like actually I don't really give a fuck. But thank you. I'm not good at this, but thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
I think.
I mean, yeah, I think so.
All right.
Cool. And I put tap you on the shoulder and go, sorry for the.
No, just on the shoulder next time.
Yeah, right
Well,
on.
Well, Ari was right. What is the rules or the procedures of this issuance?
Oh, I burned their bar down. They're going to come try to kill me.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
very
and
vague.
who knows how many people are going to come?
We
Yeah, we're
all,
probably gonna fight more than 4 now.
Yeah, it's not.
I was just looking for the one guy. I swear I didn't start shit with nobody else.
And you know what, Joplin? Thank you. But I think maybe you fucked us a little bit.
Yeah, can we stop thanking him for fucking us?
I mean, he did it with the best of intentions.
It
Sunder,
wasn't even good intention.
pardon me, but how did you burn down the building?
With fire.
Did you knock over a lantern or something, or the?
It was very confusing at the time. That must have been what happened.
I think the word that we're looking for here is evasive. Yes. Yes.
He's kind of good at being evasive in general.
I
Yeah,
see.
he likes running from the shit he starts.
I've never run from anything.
You just ran from that.
Well,
As-
I had to make a strategic retreat.
I'm glad you made it back, but
Things did not turn out as I had anticipated, and perhaps not thought clearly about.
I think this is probably a good thing. It means we can face this thing head on. I mean, it gets Brian what he wanted. We get to face this. There's no cloak and dagger. We're just going straight in there. We're gonna face them head on.
Yeah, so let's go down there and piss on the ashes of that bar. I'm
I mean-
Not quite what I was.
I don't know
wasn't
where
getting
this
at
is
that.
coming from.
We need to go to Doru. We need to straighten this out. We need to
Like-
straighten this pandemonium that Joplin has caused.
I agree.
Let me get this straight. You're trying to find out where Doru is, Prince Doru, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Or we could just use the birds.
Hey, yeah. Apparently, there's a bird guy.
Phoenix,
yes.
why did you can talk to the birds?
Yeah, I talk to birds all the time. I think there's actually like a bird guy who like
Oh
can
yes.
talk to the birds.
Hey, Sunday.
That's where I stayed back to talk to
Phoenix,
old
To me,
Owie,
you're
but-
the bird guy.
Actually, Phoenix, let's just
Thank
one
you.
second. Sunda, would you by chance know who this bird guy is? And I'm going to look at Sunda really closely now.
Oh, of course I do. I'd be more than willing to take you all there.
Okay. So you're not the bird guy.
Oh no. No.
I was kind of hoping he was the bird guy too.
That
That
would've
would have
been-
been cool.
Easy.
Yeah. I could
No, the
give a
bird
shit to-
the bird guy's name is Kursat.
Oh, Crusade.
Something to cravat? What?
Kur
It's a
No.
croissant.
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 Yeah, it's like the thing that you put the hot dog in.
No.
Oh, it's
Kur-
cravats.
No. Kursat.
Coruscant.
Croissant.
Kursat.
Croissant.
I love his work.
Fantastic. Do we need to speak to this man, or should we just go to Doru ourselves?
Well, if we go to Kursat and tell him that we need to find this person, and then we'll talk to his birds, and then the birds will fly around the sea. He's turning French on me. They will fly around the city, and then they will tell us where they think he is.
I think that's a
All
good
right.
idea. Let's
Put in a word with the
do it.
bird guy, and then let's go kill this dumbass.
This is good. This is very good.
Hey, Sundar, are you gonna help us kill this guy?
Oh yes,
Awesome. Cool.
I would be there to help you. It is my job now to accompany you as you go through your trials, and so yes.
Well, if you're gonna be hanging around with us, I should be honest with you. I've been able to understand you this whole time, and I know your name is Sundar and not Thundar.
I know.
Funny.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I apologize.
Your humor is boundless.
I've
Now-
been told that before.
Let us
Boundless means doesn't exist, right?
no. So you guys will go ahead and finish your breakfast, and then he's going to go take you to see Kursat and the bird guy.
I'm so excited to see these birds.
I cannot
know.
wait. And now I know who to talk to about getting a beast companion.
Dun, dun,
By the way,
dun.
that's been my plan for episodes. Like halfway through the run of this
yeah.
campaign, I was like, I'm getting one of them birds.
Well, everybody, you have done it again. You have made it through another episode of Tales of the Savage Land. I want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in and watching. We do appreciate it. Please tell anybody that you know that you think might be interested in watching said show. We would appreciate it. And also below, if you have not already joined, down below on Twitch, you can look and see, and on YouTube, I do believe down in the, well, this isn't Samo on YouTube. That's the other show. So down below, there's a link to the Discord channel for Wicked Studios. You can join in there. You can talk to us about the show, tell us what we've done wrong, what we should do better, and give us any wild suggestions, or just go and chat and tell us what you had for breakfast. It's totally okay. And so with that, we're going to run through and just say our goodbyes right quick. So Grace, go ahead. We'll start with you.
I played Ari tonight. My name is Grace. You can find me here on Wednesday nights, and that's all I have to say. I promise I'm not that big of a bitch in real life.
It's true. Dylan, go ahead.
Hey, Dylan Trahan, pretty much everywhere. Dylan Trahan here on Twitch. If you want to follow me, I might start streaming again sometime soon. Who knows? But until then, you can watch me here. And yeah, that's all I got on the go right now.
Brian. I'm sorry,
Hello.
Jonathan. I always do that. At the end, I then get out of the habit of calling you by your character.
Oh, it's fine, because my name is Jonathan, and I do play Brian. And you find me here every Wednesday at, I believe it was, what is that, 9 EST?
Mm-hmm. You're correct. Yes. And last but not least, the infamous Uncle Tony.
The goddamn Uncle Tony.
What? What'd I do?
Nothing.
Hey everybody, I'm Uncle Tony. I've been playing Joplin Mayfair at his most wild craziness. He's, I don't know, he's got a little fire burning inside of him, literally. And yeah, you can catch me on YouTube, Uncle Tony, where I do reaction videos. Thanks to Villain Trahan for doing me up a cool Stranger Things logo. If you haven't seen it, you got to check it out.
It was fun.
And,
I enjoyed doing it.
Get some cookies at crumbtogether.com. My wife would really appreciate that. And follow me on Twitter at Stupid Tony. Just stupid with 2 O's.
Mm-hmm. We're currently all the episodes except for this episode and episode 15 are all up on podcast currently, which you can find us on Podbean. I'm not sure if that has gone to other. I know it does get into other ones too. But you can go to Podbean and you can find us. Just all you have to do is look up Tales of the Savage Land, and episodes 1 through 14 are currently up there. You can also find episodes 1 through 14 videos of all of these at the Wicked Studios LLC YouTube channel. And you can go there, like us up there as well. And we will be having episode 15 and episode 16 will definitely be following suit very soon. Also, every Tuesday night here, if you like Dungeons & Dragons and like the Greyhawk in particular, we have Greyhawk Adventures every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time as well. And if you want to chat at me on Twitter, I am at GiantStomp. So that's about it. So I want to say thank you again very much so to everybody for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We enjoy the comments. I want to say thank you to Frank Reed, Malen Ray. I want to say thank you to Lee Kim. Rigger, you were missed. Hopefully you make it back sometime soon. And everybody else, and Grendelwolf too. Yeah, no doubt. Thank you, Grendelwolf.
Yeah, thank you for sticking around all night tonight.
Yeah, I do appreciate that. And anybody else that I've forgotten to mention or whatever, we do appreciate it very much so. And we will see you next week. So bye-bye and peace out.
Bye.